this weekend. Today we have a big one, the 2 versus 3. And boy, was it a doozy last week. Riley Underwood alongside my partner, Steve Henson. I just got so excited there. I almost wanted to jump right into it. But we have a big matchup. Hot Springs Wiseguys taking on the Iowa Woo. A rematch of last week. The comeback that wasn't for Iowa, and then the comeback again for the Wiseguys that they had to make at the very end there.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at some of the highlights here. Of course, this was the touchdown that put them up, that put the Woo up. And at this point, it kind of felt like, man, this game may be about done for. That penalty there was huge. Obviously, a massive penalty there kind of changed the complete complexion of what was going on. And then, of course, you got to give Hot Springs some credit not retaliating in that situation like a lot of guys would. But the ensuing kickoff or throw-off goes out of bounds, and Hot Springs gets the ball at the 13, and then another just tough penalty there by Marcel Brooks. And that set up this conversion play that a lot of folks were talking about afterwards. A huge play by Roger Chapman. And so Wiseguys then had a chance here to put it away, get the final score. Chapman comes back in the game and throws the touchdown pass there. So huge play there.
Man, that was one of the best plays you could have drawn up. And the thing you don't see in that highlight tape is they got denied at the goal line 3 times before that. It was 1st and goal at the 1. Yeah, stop. 2nd and goal, stop. 3rd and goal, stop. 4th and goal, you had about 5 seconds left. You have to score or you're out of the playoffs if you're the Wiseguys. You win and you get home field advantage. That's exactly what they did. Head coach Bones Bagante drew up a gamer, and it worked to perfection. Roderick Chapman on the end around to Troy Evans. But, I mean, with all those theatrics, it could have gone either way. I mean, that's very close stuff. One thing that's a big-time playmaker, something that makes those big plays work and puts you in that game to begin with, is the quarterback. Number 2, Jordan Ambrose for the Wiseguys. He's been big. He's 2nd in the league in passing yards. He throws the most pass attempts out of anyone in the league, and he runs the most out of any quarterback in the league as well. He's a big-time player.
Yeah, and you talk about it, the piece you didn't talk about is the physicality. He runs guys over. He's not afraid to dive. We saw him dive into one of these booths head first after a touchdown to Aaron Dilworth earlier in the season. And so, you know, the thing about Ambrose, that he brings that toughness, and I think he leads out on the field by example that way, and these guys are going to follow him. I was talking to Coach Bones earlier, and he was talking about, you know, the big piece right now of getting that going for Ambrose is that communication, and those guys, you really kind of following him as a leader, and he's just been huge. Again, top rusher in the league, one of the top passers in the league, just continues to score. I think he threw it 50 times last week.
And when you're running behind big Kyle Lester, that helps you as well. A hard guy to bring down the quarterback. Something that the Wiseguys don't have today is their star wide receiver, Aaron Dilworth, out for the 2nd game in a row with a hand injury. He won't be playing today. That's a big loss for Hot Springs. How do they step up, and how do the other receivers kind of get into that? We saw DeWandre Crockett and we also saw Roderick Chapman playing in that Iron Man role, kind of playing both ways. Is that the key forward, have those defensive back catch some more passes?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big piece of it. You know, the hat I'm wearing, much to the chagrin of our producer tonight, is a Robinson Senator hat. Travion James, a receiver last week, got a touchdown, 2-point conversion. He's a kid that came out of a local high school, Robinson. I think he has a big game tonight. He had a couple big plays last week. Lou Dorsey's a guy that I think they're going to lean on probably a lot tonight too. But I think one big difference you saw last week was was Hobbs and Quay Hicks. Those two guys, two big bodies. Whether you're lining them up as a tight end or H-back, however you're putting them on the field, those two guys were a huge difference as well to kind of accentuate the running game. I think the question tonight, Terrell Brown was obviously huge. I think 6 catches last week. I think if you continue to get Brown going and those other guys are able to kind of fit in and get a little more comfortable with Ambrose, I don't know that the offense misses much of a beat.
One thing to note, Vince Hobbs not expected to play tonight. That could be a big loss as well. On the other side for the Woo, they also have a mobile quarterback of their own, Carlos Rogers. He's 2nd in the league in passing touchdowns, sitting right behind Angelo Trujillo, but he can run it if you give him space.
And we saw that to open the second half last week. You know, it was a 19-6 game, Hot Springs at the half, and they immediately came out. Rogers took off down the field. I think he had a 30, 40-yard run there to open the second half. That is a huge difference. We were talking earlier about what the Woo need to do differently here tonight to one, you got to get rid of the mistakes. But I think Rogers is a key piece in this one. I think they're going to have to use his mobility more in this game if they want to advance to a championship game next week.
Hot Springs doesn't have their leading receiver. Iowa does. They have Justin Brown, one of the best receivers in the Arena League. We saw one of his amazing catches last week. He had 2 catches last week. both of them for touchdowns. So how's that for efficiency? I know I was talking to head coach Victor Mann before the game. He wants them to get the ball more. That execution needs to be better on those route running. Just make sure you're running the routes you're supposed to run. And a lot of times Rodgers is going to find you. He also has a pair of wide receivers that usually go right by his side, Vontae Henderson and JoJo Olibryce. JoJo Olibryce, a healthy scratch in this one, so he will not be playing. Vontae Henderson will likely be his partner in crime, number 11 across the field from him. But they have a solid set of wide receivers in Waterloo.
Yeah, you talk about Justin Brown and the impact he had last week. There's not been anybody else in here that's made a Dilworth-style catch until he did it last week. You know, we joked before Dilworth was out last week that the corner over there was our Dilworth corner because he's made so many big plays. And so it's exciting, you know, to see those guys making those plays. You know, that's what I tell people a lot. We talk about the Arena League is that's the exciting piece. You just never know. Anything's up for grabs. They may throw you $5 in the stands. You come down with the ball, it's a catch. And it was exciting to see Brown do that last week.
One thing that has been a strong point for Hot Springs has been the defense. They're first in virtually every defensive statistic. That's a struggle that Iowa's had. They're virtually last in every statistic, but both of them have a pair of stars in the secondary. DeWandre Crockett for Hot Springs, along with his partner, Roderick Chapman as well. And Marcel Brooks for Iowa. He leads the league in interceptions and tackles. Certainly they don't want the defensive back to lead the team in tackles today, but he's a big part of their defense, and he can catch the ball too, return the ball. That's another threat that Crockett can have as well.
Yeah, and you saw, we've seen Chapman. I think he made one of the best catches you'll see at any level against the Goats back on a two-point conversion that could have tied the game if he was able to take it back. And we saw Brooks last week and how special he was. You know, we talked about it during the broadcast. It's all over the field, ton of tackles. I think he had one pick last week. But, you know, what the question there is, he had the big penalty on Ambrose late that was kind of a difference maker. Those are plays that you can't have in a football game if you want to win a championship. And so you hope Brooks comes out, plays like he has all year if you're an Iowa Woo fan tonight.
Boy, we have a big matchup to watch tonight here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. The Wise Guys hosting the Woo for an epic rematch that we have all been looking forward to. But before we get into this coverage, Steve, we got to check out what happened last week. Let's check out those highlights of those games. The battle for the number 1 seed was in Duluth last week between the Harbor Monsters and the Lunkers. 10 minutes in, Jamal Couch puts Duluth on the board on a jet sweep. Brandon Mackey answers right back, MVP frontrunner doing MVP things. Duluth officially had 5 sacks. This one good for 2 points. Shai Hill gets to the quarterback for the safety. Second quarter, Javonte Johnson pitches it out to KJ Felder, and he's gone. No one was catching him. Duluth up 17-6. Jamal Couch had 4 total touchdowns. This was his second. Duluth up 30-6 at halftime. The Harbor Monsters just pouring it on. Tyler Kolka's pass intercepted by Dante Mason. He takes it back all the way. Only bright spot for Ozarks was Brandon Mackey. 6 potential tacklers had a chance to bring him down on play. None of them did. Mind you, there's 7 people on the field. He's going to talk a little bit afterwards saying, I'm like that. Very next drive, Johnson gets dragged down by his hair when he's trying to escape the sack. It doesn't matter. He dumps it out to Felder, again, who takes it the rest of the distance, puts Duluth up 42-12. How about another Mackey highlight, though? Escapes from the goal line to go all the way for the touchdown. He finished with 130 total yards and 3 touchdowns. Well, Felder finished with 3 touchdowns of his own for the Harbor Monsters, matching his season total entering the game. Bad plays compounded to get worse late. Bad snap leads to a defensive touchdown. Shai Hill ends up with the ball. Harbor Monsters win 72-38 and win the regular season crown. Hot Springs and Iowa in action. Home field advantage on the line. Tied 6 apiece with 2 minutes left in the first half. Jordan Ambrose finds DeWandre Crockett playing Ironman to get him the lead. 13 seconds left in the half. Ambrose to Terrell Brown puts it right where only Brown can get it. Wise Guys lead 19-6 at halftime. Check this out.
Carlos Rogers rolls to his left, and then flipping over the wall, that's a touchdown catch, Justin Brown. Unbelievable to hang on to it. And then another Hot Springs touchdown puts the Wiseguys back in the driver's seat. Fourth quarter, Rogers in the back of his end zone. He delivers a ball to Vontae Henderson, escapes the grasp of Crockett, and then he's gone to the end zone. 9:20 in the fourth. Wiseguys up by 4. Jordan Ambrose rolls out. He's looking. He can't find anything. Reverses field. He loses the ball while he's getting sacked. The Woo fall on it in the end zone for a defensive touchdown. This flipped the momentum a bit. 59 seconds left in the ball game. Rogers to Brown again in the end zone. That puts Iowa up by 8. That's a penalty after the play for throwing the ball out of. 33 seconds left. Wiseguys still driving. Jordan Ambrose steps up and takes it himself, and then he gets leveled after the play. They're down by 2, so they go for the 2 from the 5-yard line because of penalty flags. They're not going to get it. I was up 42-40 with 20 seconds left. Hot Springs for the onside. Ambrose, the full length of the field, and Roderick Chapman comes down with it at the 1. They try 3 times and can't punch it in. 4th and goal with 6 seconds left. They score, they get home field advantage. They don't, they miss the playoffs. Chapman, the end around, not there. The pass is Troy Evans. Touchdown, and the Wiseguys win. Bones Bagante pulls out one of the greatest arena plays you've ever seen. The fans storm the field as the home team wins 46-42.
What's going on, guys? Standing here pregame with head coach of the Iowa Woo, Victor Mann. And Coach, welcome back to Hot Springs. And I got to ask, did you guys even go home after last week?
Yeah, we went. We had to go get some things corrected, so we did. It was a long bus drive, but yeah, we did. We had to go back.
Right. So how did you guys reset after last week?
Like we would have done if we won. Just being honest with you, it's a new season. So when that game was over, win or lose, we knew we was kicking into a new season. But did we want it to end like it did? No. But at the same time, our preparation was going to be the same.
Right. So you guys last week were down by 2 scores at half. Then you take the lead. And then, of course, some mental errors kind of occurred that allowed the Wiseguys to get back into it and eventually win the game. How do you prevent that from happening tonight?
Well, let's just talk about it. The game of football is what? A game of inches? We gave up too many inches. And then you can't win if you're not disciplined. So we wasn't disciplined at the end of the game, and that's what you get.
Right. So ahead of this game tonight, what is the message to the team in preparation?
Well, me and my coaches, we all got different brandings that we use, right? Coach Jackson got a saying called "Don't stop at 6." I mean, don't never let 6 be enough. Coach Trey have a thing called "Let your walk talk," right? So at the end of the game, we didn't let our walk talk. You know, we ended up getting a penalty, spiking the ball on the man, 15 yards. We go take the lead, but we also don't have a good throw. Ball go to the 25, plus the bank personal foul. So, I mean, we wasn't taking advantage of it. And my deal is called team no soft. So we have to play relentless for 4 quarters. And, I mean, we only here for one reason. I mean, it's the playoffs.
Right. So, of course, there's kind of a bit of a history between you and Coach Bones Bagante. What would it mean to you to not only avenge the loss from last week, but to play a guy that you have a lot of history with and then go on to play for a championship?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we both competitors. You know, it is special that I'm able to play and able to coach against one of my former teammates and one of my former players. Coach Bones is doing a great job with his team, and I mean, we're here to win. I mean, that's at the end of the day. I mean, we all playing for championships. That's how it was when we first got here, and I mean, that's what's on our mind right now.
Right. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Hope to talk to you at halftime about the game and what's going on for your team then. But guys, we'll be back momentarily with Bones Bagante. All right, guys, back here pregame, this time with head coach Bones Bagante. And, Coach, in year 1, you guys got the 2 seed in the home playoff game. What does that mean for you to have this feat?
I mean, it means a lot. It means a lot to the community out here, but, I mean, the job's not done yet.
Right, and there was a lot of extracurricular activities that benefited the team late last week.
now.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
All right, good evening and welcome inside Banco ZK Arena, Oaklawn's Arena League football field here in Hot Springs, Arkansas, as we are ready for semifinal action in the Arena League playoffs. I'm Steve Henson, joined once again by my buddy Tyler Chenault. Tyler, how are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm good. It's playoff football. First year as a team, first year in the playoffs, first year hosting a playoff game, a pretty good inaugural year for the Wiseguys here.
Yeah, you know, the environment's been a lot of fun. This has been a special place throughout this season. There was a lot of attaboys thrown around in the chat last week talking about the crowds here, and I know Coach Van for the Woo, very impressed with everything that he's seen here. So, yeah, you know, the excitement is worth it. You know, these fans come, and you get to host a playoff game here in front of your home team. You get a rematch, third time on the year facing the Iowa Woo. But, yeah, this should be a fun one and a pretty special experience as Arena League made its return, and now postseason football here as we get into August.
Yeah, and we got a good amount of people in the stands right now. Still got them filing in. Hopefully we can get a pretty packed crowd here for this playoff game, make it even more electric than it has been. Now, with how that game ended last week, I don't know that you can get much more electric, though.
You know, I asked both coaches that in pregame. I walked up to Coach Mann. I said, well, that was a fun one last night. He said, no, it wasn't. Or last week. He said, no, it wasn't.
Not for him.
He said, some folks might have liked it. I did not. I said, yeah, I mean, obviously, you're kind of wrong end of it, you know. And he said, yeah. He said, we got some things to clean up. But I asked Coach Bones the same thing. And same answer. He said, no. We want to put this one away early. We ain't doing that again.
That's very stressful as a coach. As fans and everything, it's super fun, super exciting, but whenever you're on the sideline, I mean, your blood pressure's through the roof whenever it's going on like that, especially Coach Bones there with how many seconds left on the clock, and you had to go the entire length of the field. I mean, that's whenever you don't want to have to do that again.
Well, and I tell you, I was missing you, the rules expert. I got really lucky when I walked in the building. For the first time all season, I grabbed a program on my way in, and thank goodness I did, because on the second page, it has like an outline of all the major rules. And the number one that I caught on there was the onside conversion play. Because I got to thinking, like, what do we do here? And I think we talked about it a little bit, but we've never seen it.
No.
And so we got to see it in that one. If you're not familiar, who knows? Maybe we see it tonight. But basically, it's a 4th and 20 from your own 5. And instead of going for 20, the Wiseguys went for 45, and they got 44 of them.
As many as they could. And it's similar to kind of what you've heard talks about in other leagues, even our NFL and stuff, getting away from the onside kick, going to conversion. They've obviously not done it yet, and I don't know they ever really will. But it's that same thing where you just got that. If you can get a big chunk yards, then you can kind of keep the ball.
You know, and I don't know that it's something that works at every level, but I think it works at this level. And it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a lot of fun.
Because you can't onside throw.
Yeah. So
Even
here we
though
go.
you had one almost last week.
A couple of them. So Crockett to throw it, and we are underway. This one over the head, and will bounce out. So it'll be Iowa Woo football. And so I think the question for me in this one is, how much will we see Carlos Rogers try to run it? Rogers, I think he's one of the league's leading rushers, and the difference with him, we talk about Ambrose, who is the league's leading rusher. Ambrose is a physical guy. He's going to want to run you over. Rogers is quick. We saw it in the second half when they made the comeback. Rogers can move. He can absolutely go. And so, if you look at it, Rogers, 428 yards on the season. So I'm excited to see that. Other piece of this on the Wiseguys side, game number 2 with no Aaron Dilworth, obviously inactive for this one, won't be back. And last week it was a little bit of an adjustment getting to the receivers. We'll see how it goes tonight. So Rogers at quarterback, motion man. They want to go over the middle.
Open.
Had him, one hand bobbling catch, couldn't bring it in. Is looking for Vontae Henderson, and incomplete. Going to be second down. Woo.
I mean, just a wild, crazy miscommunication there. You had your slot wide receiver right there, wide open Henderson, and just, I don't know, maybe the hot right kind of caught him off guard, and he couldn't catch it. Hit him in the hands. Just got to be able to make that play right there. Take advantage of the mistake by the Wiseguys, but they didn't do it.
So it'll be second down as Rogers directs traffic. He'll move a motion man, as that is Leverett. Got away with a hold.
Yep.
Throwing it over the middle and knocked away. Good defense. I know you saw what I saw. Tyler.
Yeah. He grabbed it. We talked about it, but 2 weeks ago when we were here, we talked about it. Defensive backs, they're going to get that little tug right there, and that one wasn't a bad one. It slowed him down a little bit and it helped him to catch up, but that's not one that you're typically going to get a flag on. And you see it right there. Great replay right there by our camera and our production crew. You get a great look at that he wanted a flag on, but you didn't get anything from the ref.
You had a couple of opportunities. You saw it at the line as Vishon Palmer got hands. Oh, it may have been offsides. Yeah. Rogers, they want to go deep. Looking for Henderson. Fighting for it. Ball to the ground. Let's see.
He could have
touchdown. Woo! What a play.
Chapman's going to, first off, they're going to want an offsides false start, whatever you call it right there, and then they're going to want an offensive PI right there. Chapman kind of looked like he got pulled down, but no flags out there. The Wiseguys got away with one last play. The Woo get away with one, maybe 2 on this play. Going to see a great replay here because Chapman's in. Oh, no, he didn't know.
Oh, may want to take a look at that. And we are. Our replay official is taking a look at it. Bones said no way. Sorry.
You get a great clip right there, great view on be able to see it because that thing was kind of loose.
That ball.
And the Wiseguys, you can see the Wiseguys players in the replay.
Rock camera,
There's the hallway.
There's our hallway going
and the
out
stairs,
the building.
in case you wanted to know what behind the scenes in the arena looked like if you can't make it here.
I'm glad Kerry Rotnick got us such a great shot. But what a play. Henderson, Riley and I talked about that in the pregame show. Big-time receiver. Yeah, that other angle is the good
end
one.
zone angles where you can really see if that ball's moving or not.
Really be curious to see what our low cam has on that, too.
I think it touches the ground.
I think it does, too.
And it's not one of those where he has possession of it either when it touches the ground. It's kind of bouncing. We'll see the replay refs right up here with us. You got the names.
Yeah, our sky judge, Ron Standridge, up here at our broadcast position.
And I think he's probably watching the exact same thing we are,
Yeah.
isn't he? Yeah, so you're seeing what he sees. You're seeing, but there's right there where they're stopping it, and I think they're going to call that one back.
So we'll wait on.
I think I just heard it's overturned, Steve.
Referee Landon Trusty.
Let's see what old Trusty says.
Review, the ruling on the field has been reversed. The pass is incomplete.
Now, let me ask you this, Steve. You know, we always talk about names for players. Names for a ref. Is Trusty not like the best ref name you could have?
I mean, it has to be, right?
I mean, everybody, you need to be able to trust your refs.
Yeah.
I don't know that it gets any better.
Wiseguys fans trust him right now.
They do.
Yeah,
They
Coach
love
Bones
him.
trusts him
They
a
love
lot right
him.
now.
They love Standridge up here. They're big fans right now.
Hey, good thing we're not taking the word of our sideline reporter, Tristan Harlan, as he said from his angle he caught it.
Oh, well, yeah, well, that's why he's staying down. He's trying to talk to you now.
Yeah. Tristan, tell us what you saw from your angle.
From down here, of course, it happened to my left. I'm standing by here by Trip Keeter. He absolutely caught that ball. But that's why I'm not a ref.
He didn't see it from our angle. He was on the other side. And then the Woo decide to surrender the ball, which is their version of a punt. You can't have a throw punt. They didn't want to give the ball to the Wiseguys on the 5, make them earn it a little bit more here.
Nope. Out to the 15. So 1st and 10, first time the Wiseguys offense on the field. That's motion. Ambrose throws, got Brown. Brown breaking tackles, and Brown out to midfield. And that will be enough for a while. I think it'll be about a yard shy of the first down.
I lost view of that one after he caught it. I just assumed he was down right after he caught it, and he's still working on the boards over there.
And Tyler, they're going to throw us off. It started last week and you missed it. The sticks are on this side,
Whoa.
so we can't really see the line of scrimmage anymore, although they're doing a better job holding them. Ambrose, and you're going to have – now how –
That
illegal
one seems
motion.
better than the Woos on the last play.
But I'm curious how our official saw it, because he was still communicating with our stick marker guy here, who then our guy in our Burks jersey was holding the marker. So, but a penalty here on the Wiseguys will back it up 5, so it'll be 2nd down and about 6.
Still at least manageable, though. At least you got good yards on that first down play, so it doesn't put you behind the sticks. A 2nd down and 10+.
Seeing some Hosea Singleton on offense. That's the motion man here. Singleton's open over the middle. Ambrose sells a little. Singleton goes up and gets it. That'll be a Wiseguys 1st down.
Ambrose hit him a little bit late, kind of a little late on the read, but got the ball there, like you said, a little high. Singleton able to go up, grab it, bring it down. Big 1st down. Moving the ball now.
And Singleton, we didn't see a lot of him on the offensive side of the ball last week, so another one of those guys they're working in the absence of Dilworth.
Yeah, they've got to find offense somewhere whenever big play Dilworth is injured and out.
So Ambrose, they'll motion Brown this time. And Ambrose just going to run up the middle, and he'll slide down. Wow, that's new.
He learned a new trick. He ain't done that all year.
No.
But he's gotten beat up this year, too, now. He's got to make sure he stays healthy for these playoffs.
Yeah, Ambrose, he took a beating last week. We saw the one against the Goats where he hit his head on the turf, and last week he had one where similar situation. And then, of course, the hit on the personal foul at the end of the game into the wall was real brutal. Ambrose got his man. That's Brown. Brown inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal Wiseguys.
The Woo's going to have to tighten up the middle of the field right there. That's the easiest pass. All Ambrose has to do is look in front of him and throw it straight. He ain't got to do anything else. Don't have to get it past anybody. It's wide open. They're going to have to close down the middle.
You know, and it's interesting, too. Last week they kind of played back. They didn't bring a lot of pressure until the 2nd half. Then they really came after Ambrose, and it changed the game. So far, similar 1st half where Ambrose has got plenty of time and, to your point, a lot of room over the middle. Now Ambrose, room to run. He can run.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Jordan Ambrose. Touchdown, Wiseguys.
Big first drive by the Wiseguys right here. If you saw it, you probably didn't see it. Old Lester's back here dancing. The two weeks ago, the hero of the game-winning touchdown. Now he's dancing on them. So good first drive by the Wiseguys. He was at the 10, so he could run that one still. But, yeah, big play and big drive to start out this playoff game.
Yeah, you know, Lester made a catch last week, too, but he wasn't supposed to.
He was ineligible at that time. Center cannot catch it.
So Ambrose, as they'll go for 1. Motion man is Evans. Ambrose looking back corner.
Got it.
Give him 2. As Singleton goes up and gets that one.
My question was going to be who's going to take over Dilworth corner, and now that wasn't the corner, and he didn't fly over the wall like Dilworth's done all year. But, I mean, he's getting close whenever you're climbing the ladder for those balls.
Yeah, we saw a play on that end. Riley and I talked about it in the pregame. One of the only plays I've seen in here that rivaled the Dilworth catch. Justin Brown made one right there.
Yeah.
Similar situation.
I did talk about that one.
But we did see a little bit of it, not over the wall, but we've not seen, and I may have wore the hat for the wrong reasons tonight because I don't see him on our active roster tonight. But Travion James, who was active last week, had a touchdown and 2-point conversion play, and he had a similar kind of back up against the wall, almost went over it, but made a great catch. So, but you're not replacing Aaron Dilworth.
No, he can't. And that was one of your pregame predictions that he was going to go off. And
he's not even here.
He said, I'm going to prove you wrong. I do want to give credit to Singleton. Going back and watching the replay on the touchdown, Singleton got a big block on one of the defensive backs right there, and then you pay him back on catching the conversion. So blocker first as a wide receiver, then you can catch the ball.
Now Crockett throws it off. And Brooks on the return. Brooks a little seam across the 20, and he'll be drugged down across midfield as the Woo will start their second possession of the evening right at midfield.
And all year, the Wise Guys have been pretty good on their throw-off and their throw-off coverage. That one, they had a big seam there. Nobody really came together to close up those seams, and he's able to catch one and get up to midfield.
Speaking of Mr. Dilworth, I believe that is Aaron Dilworth in the green over there.
I'm sure it is, yep.
Good to see him out supporting the squad.
And you hate terrible timing on the injury, too. You hate to see somebody there at the end of the year not getting to finish out a year where they've been successful so far.
So motion here is Colin Smith. That's where they want to go. Throws it, puts it up, and didn't turn in time. He dropped it.
Did he
Big hit into the wall, I think.
Yeah, let's see. Who was that? Yeah, that was 4. That was Palmer. You could see him swiping at it. I don't know if it was from the wall, like you said, or if he got a hand in there. Let's see.
Like it just kind of went through his hands.
Threw it behind him, and Palmer maybe got a hand in there. You said he was just a hair late. If he got his head around a little bit quicker, he has a chance to pick that one off.
We've got some good fans behind us that are into it right now.
You might hear it.
That might be the biker crew that was down the street at the party on the parking garage earlier. They want to throw again, throwing over the middle. Nobody. No flags, and it'll be third down.
See, if it's actually got a guy standing up here, he was down. This may be one of the other injured Wise guys because he was down there with them pregame. He's in the sling.
That's Hobbs, Vincent Hobbs.
Okay, yeah.
He got hurt last week.
Okay, yeah. He's up here cheering on his guys. You love to see the guy's injured that he's still a part of the game.
Listen to this crowd, though. I'm sure you can hear it, but good defense chant. They're into it right now. Smith, your motion man again, pressure coming, and he is absolutely sandwiched. Taylor Hunt in on that one along with the Darren Primes, last week's player of the game.
Gonna get a defensive hold, I think, though, Steve.
Boy, that's a tough break. Rogers looked lost back there like, I want to pitch. I don't know what to do at this point.
They don't trust him anymore.
Man.
They don't trust him
No.
anymore in here. But it looked like he was looking to dump it off to Brown, and I guess Brown wasn't looking at him or he didn't think he was ready because he jumped up to go toss it to him, and he second-guessed it, and he said, I ain't got nowhere to go.
That's a tough hold. The flag was kind of when he was scrambling.
Ooh, it was, yeah.
That's a tough holding
He
call.
wasn't even looking that way anymore. It was real late.
An automatic first down after the penalty. First one of the game here. Now Rogers drops, looking, left side, got his man. Caught, turning up his Leverett, and Leverett is put through the doors.
Into the end zone, though.
And let's see what the call is going to be. Nothing
I think
yet.
He got it.
Give him 6.
Yeah, he flew over it. That's a heck of a play right there. He went airborne. He didn't say, I don't care what happens. You can throw me over the wall if you want to, but I'm about to score. He got in there.
Oh, yeah, got the stretch. Again, there's no technical out of bounds. When he hit that wall, he was, because he was forced into it, but the ball's over the goal line. And I think quick look at it up here, but that's going to be confirmed. So now the Woo will go for 2 for the 7-6 ball game with 8:19 and counting.
They're going to try and take the lead right here. They said, we ain't one that's trying to tie the ball game now.
Hey, they need all the points they can get. Learned that last week. Now rolling, Rogers looking, tossing, got his man, good play. Cut and in for two. Believe that's number 16, Justin Brown, and it was. So Brown gets the two.
Wiseguys want to hold right there. Who was it? It was 13 for your Wiseguys. Hunt kind of coming on the blitz, coming around the edge, and looked like he got grabbed. His helmet ended up off. But no flags, 2-point conversion's good, and the Woo take the lead after struggling on their first possession.
Go back to the penalty. You had Rogers in the backfield, probably going to get the ball back, and instead a holding penalty in the defensive backfield, automatic first down, turns into points. And so you saw, we talked about it early on and in pregame, the mistakes by the Woo last week. And one of the things that I was most impressed with, I told Coach Bones, his guys didn't react in a way that would have got them a penalty, offsetting. And so they were able to take advantage of it. And so you hope if you're a Wiseguys fan, it's the same way tonight and you can kind of press on this Woo team. But I got to believe that Coach Mann has his guys a little more focused and probably less of that here tonight.
Yeah, and in his pregame interview, both coaches were asked about that, and Coach Bones really praised his guys on how well they reacted or it didn't react really in those situations and let the penalties just be on the Woo.
The throw off, a high throw, going to be returnable by Evans. Evans looking for a seam across to the 12.
He's close to getting one right there.
And interesting, last week, I think it was Leverett doing all the throw-offs. I don't know if Rogers was having shoulder issues or what, but their throws were not good. And it was one of the big things that cost them on that. After the penalty, they threw the ball out of bounds on the ensuing throw-off, which moved the ball to the 25, and then the penalty moved it to the 13. That was the difference, really, for the Wiseguys to come back. We just saw Rogers out there as the throw-off man, and that was a much better effort on the throw-off.
Yeah, Coach Mann talked about that as well in the pregame, talked about how he needed to make some changes and fix some things, and there's one of those changes that you saw already.
Oh, what a move. He's got him. And threw it late, looking deep. No, he was looking for Singleton.
Yeah.
And it was a great move. I don't know if we'll get the replay here. It was a great move by Singleton just off the line. And he was wide open. And really, I think if Ambrose would have hit him in that little zone, it might have been 6 instead of trying to go to the end zone with it.
Yeah, you just got to find those holes. There's holes in every zone. No zone covers the entire field. You just got to find them and hit them as soon as they're in them because they don't last very long.
Obviously, Singleton is the guy that they're going to use tonight. He's been highly active early. Motion again out of Singleton. This time bumped off his route. Ambrose dumps it off. Brown makes the catch. Room to run. Midfield. Oh! Hammered into the wall. Brown hops up.
You got kids scrambling down in the boxes down there.
They got to reset the sandbags, get everything re-put in. They're in the Healthy Connections booth.
That's a great throw by Ambrose. Way to keep his eyes downfield as he starts to scramble and dump it off for a good gain.
Now Evans motion. They over the middle. Good throw to Dorsey. Dorsey stretches to the 15.
Yep. And that's something we saw 2 weeks ago against the Goats where you said that the Woo did it in the second half last week. They're sending pressure at him, making Ambrose make a decision, and he struggled with that against the Goats early, but it's something that he's worked on and obviously looks a little bit better right now.
I like the arm angle there, too. Got down around the guy blitzing him and was able to get to Dorsey. Yeah. Ambrose drops. Look, does it again. Oh, hanging all over his back.
There it is.
There's your flag.
If he would have let go of him as soon as the ball went past, he might have gotten away. But he held on to him as he kept spinning and then pulled him down. So you're gonna get that one pretty easily.
That's interference. Defense. While we place at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Trusty trusted again. He's going to hate to go back and watch this. He was on the call for our infamous Coyote call at Maumelle.
Best group of refs I've ever seen in high school football now. We said it that day.
Evans, your motion man as Ambrose drops, looking, throwing, got a man. Evans catches it off the wall, driving his feet. They're going to say out of bounds.
Pushed him in the wall. It's close.
The leg drop, though, out of Evans there.
I'll tell you this. Speaking of the refs, you got to give these guys credit because they're Arkansas high school football refs, and the rules between the Arena League and Arkansas high school football are drastically different. And from the very first game, they knew what they were doing, they knew what they were talking about, and they had those rules down.
Now Ambrose drops again, looking. He can't run now. throwing, got his man. That's Lester hammered picks.
Wasn't Lester though.
Oh, it's not. Sorry, intercepted by Brooks, the league's leading interception man. He returns it out to the 20.
Quay Hicks was the intended receiver. We just saw that 7, and we thought it was Big Boy Lester again.
My fault. What?
Ambrose did good finding him, and he just.
Oh, Hicks took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
He had a Hicks just short arm, kind of alligator armed it, expecting to hit.
And just an easy tip drill right there.
You know, we talked about that too. You know, we hadn't seen Hicks or Hobbs for several weeks, and then last week they went with these bigger packages, and unfortunately Hobbs, former Cleveland Brown, was banged up in the game, unable to play tonight.
No big deal. You
No.
know,
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. I mean, it's the Browns, but they're still NFL.
Yeah, those two guys had a tip drill touchdown between the two of them in that ball game. So now the Woo looking to get a little momentum after the interception. They want to go deep again. Instead, they're going to check it down. Rodgers throwing, looking for his man, contact and incomplete.
Almost picked again. And both those receivers kind of ran towards each other, so you brought an extra defender there that didn't have to be there. That's just one of those kind of where receivers, you don't want to run close enough to each other because now you got two guys covering one, essentially, even though there's two people there, but there's only one ball.
Well, and Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of where the smaller field starts to come into play.
Absolutely.
Rodgers had all day to throw that ball, and those guys they're just improvising.
You have nowhere else to go because you're close to everybody. Yep.
Henderson, your motion man, as Rodgers pumps, looks, got him, caught, and stood up, thrown into the wall, lost his helmet, but kept it on with his mouthpiece.
Hey, at least he's got his mouthpiece
That's
in.
right.
You can tell for sure he had his mouthpiece in. Hannibal stood him up, just gave up the catch beforehand.
Just trying to see the number on who actually made that catch.
I think his chin strap might have broke.
Olabreese. No, I think that is Leverett, and we're going to have an equipment timeout.
His chin strap broke. You know, a lot of times guys' helmets will pop off, and you'll be like, they just need to tighten their chin strap. They don't have them on tight enough. His just broke on that hit. They're coming over the wall now. You better be ready.
You know, it's the good and the bad of sitting that close. The good is you get to be part of it. The bad is you're risking injury. But what you're also risking is, and anyone that knows Trip Keeter can ask him, is maybe not the greatest of faces on video.
Not at all. No, not at all. And he said a bad shoulder, too, after that, right?
So Rodgers directing some traffic here as he'll move number 10, Jeff Mack. And where are you going, Mr. Henderson?
Was it a delay a game, false start? There were about 4 different things. Right?
Timeout.
Okay. There was a lot of confusion going on in that play.
Yeah, Rodgers was over there trying to about that was just the turnovers that the Wise Guys did not commit last week. And so see if Mack is a little more comfortable this time.
Now the Wise Guys have 1 turnover already, too, so there's got to throw
Smith, and he overthrew Henderson. A couple options there, couldn't get it to either one.
And that's one of the big differences that I've not talked about with rollouts, right, in college and high school and NFL, rolling the quarterback out. that kind of opens up some stuff for the quarterback. He can tuck it and run if there's nothing there. You roll out in the Arena League, you put yourself on an island. You have to throw the ball because once you get out of that running lane, you can't tuck it and run. So now you give yourself less options. So the rollout's a lot less effective in this league than it is in regular leagues.
Rogers on second down. He'll roll left, now settles in the pocket. Got all day. Look at the protection. Now finds his man off his hands as he was looking for Mack.
Yeah, threw it behind him right there. He had him. Mack was coming open on the scramble drill, but just threw it behind him, and there was no pressure. You said it all day long. Coach Bones and the Wise guys have got to figure out a way to get some pressure right here. Can't have all day. You get all day like that, you're going to start completing passes.
And that's a big adjustment from last week because the Wise guys were all over Rogers all night long, harassing him. So some big adjustments there out of Coach Mann on his defense. They got 5 to snap this, and again, Mack confused. Henderson now motions. Whoa. Clock hit 0, they let it go. Rogers in trouble, sidearms it, caught by Brown. And he's going to be well short of a first down. It'll be 4th and looks to be about 8.
Yeah, and the Wise guys are only averaging 1.5 sacks a game, so it's not something that they get a lot of sacks, but they do get a lot of pressure. They get a lot of hurries in quarterbacks' pressures. They just don't get them down all the time. But, I mean, pressure works almost just as good as getting a sack. If you can get him off his spot, make him get rid of the ball, it's a lot more effective defensively, and that's where they've kind of made their money this year on defense.
Looks like Leverett got the chin strap fixed, so Mack off, Leverett back on. But he's as confused as Mack was. Leverett, the motion guy. Rogers in trouble again. They toss it up, and Leverett not confused anymore. Maybe. What are they going to call? Oh, they're going to call it interception.
I told you, Chapman took it away. Chapman took it. Now, really, Chapman, he probably should have just dropped it after that so that they got better field position. But
wow, Chapman, as they brush his feet off over there. Chapman, last week, look at this play.
Thrown behind him.
Yeah.
Now you just
out-wrestled him.
You just got to win the fight at that point. Whoever wins the fight, that's who gets it.
Wow, what a play. Chapman, again, last week, Chapman's who made the catch at the 1, got hurt, was banged up, came on the field on the 4th down play, took a handoff, and threw the game-winning score. Now he makes a huge interception on 4th down. Wise Guys football from the 4.
That's a lot of balls that have been thrown behind the intended receivers for the Woo so far, too. Got to fix that accuracy a little bit.
Uh-oh, in trouble. Evans, did he get out? The ball was down. They're going to call this. What are they going to call it?
It's either a safety or down at the inch line.
We're going to have a look here. They're going to say safety.
Safety,
yep. So safety, Woo, and I'm sure we'll get a review here. But I thought Evans' knees were down, and Evans is banged up in the end zone.
It's interesting, your jet sweep on the 2-yard line. Usually, you're backed up in your end zone. You just want to get north and south. I think his knee was down. I think his knee was down before he was able to stretch all the way out. Now, it's not a fumble because the ball hit the ground while he still had possession of it when it touched the ground. So that would have been the ball, but I think his knee, it's a good view.
This will be a good look. Kerry Rotnick on field cam. Well, you just can't tell where his knee, and that's what's banked. That's what's hurt. You see it folded up in a bad spot.
Yeah.
You hate that. You hope Evans is okay. Last thing they need is more injuries. Let's see, Mr. Non-Trusted now, Landon Trusty, getting the call. Well, we have a crowd that has formed here behind our broadcast position.
Because they were trying to check the cameras, and there's no way for them to get through.
Yeah, our replay officials over there trying to. They took his chair.
We just got to use go up and around, go up and around.
Right.
Or go down and around.
So after the safety, it's a field goal game. 10-7 as a 10-7 Iowa Woo lead. And now Crockett to throw it off.
That's a good one.
Good throw. He's going to bring it out.
Blocking the back.
Room to run it back. There's your flag. As Brooks dropped across the 15, but this one's going to come way back.
Yeah, let's see. Who was that was down there first? I don't know who it was, but we'll see if we see the replay. But You had a wise guy down there first. I wanted to say it was 14, but I don't see a 14 on the field anymore, so I was probably completely wrong.
Maybe it was 4.
It's not even a 14 on the roster, so I was just completely off. Shouldn't even said that.
So keeping an eye on things as well in our other semifinal, Duluth. They lead the Ozarks Lunkers 12-6.
The reigning champion Harbor Monsters, but also a Harbor Monster team that the Wise Guys did beat earlier this year in Duluth.
Yep. Trying to get some time in quarter, but their flag graphic's been in the way for a bit.
Over the time and quarter.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see if maybe the Wise Guys can return the favor to safety themselves.
Right here. Uh-oh.
So motion. Henderson as Rogers looking, throw, and knocked down.
Did he fumble?
No, the ball is still loose, no whistle.
Pick it up!
Still loose, and finally the Wise Guys fall on it.
That'll get
and
reviewed.
Now we're going to wait and see what the call is.
I thought that was going to tuck roll all day of the week.
Yeah, I thought he threw. Matter of fact, I thought when he threw it, it got knocked down.
Yeah, I thought he threw it and it was incomplete.
That's it.
No, that looked like it bounced off a.
Oh wow, they called it a fumble.
They're going to review it. It looked like it bounced off of Prime's arm, number 3, after it was thrown. So they'll have to slow it down. Yeah, let's see. It's right here. Whenever he looks like he throws it and hits Darren Prime's left arm.
No, he held. Oh,
he did.
Now this is going to be an interesting call because you have the tuck rule, but he turned and This is an interesting one. What's your opinion here?
Incomplete pass. I think it's incomplete.
That's what I think you're going to go towards the tuck rule.
His hand's still coming forward / down.
And that's close, but I think you're right.
His hand's still coming forward. I think you're going to get an incomplete pass.
You know, they do the games from Mars at Duluth.
Oh, my goodness. That was from the Raptors.
It's in the Raptors, I'm telling you. That is one heck of a bird's eye view. That would have been us, though, if we'd have put our camera up there.
Yeah, well, whenever I was in here before we ever put this in the arena for cheer competitions, because I'm here every week during cheer competition season, I was like, are we going to be up there in those ladders? I was like, oh, gosh.
I thought about it.
I'm not going to be able to see anything. Oh.
Wow.
You're about to hear it.
Wow.
Interesting.
I am okay. Well,
that's one that at halftime I'd like to just ask kind of what he saw on that.
Yeah.
One. Just talk to him just to see. To me, it's an incomplete pass, but he does this a lot more than I do, and he sees it a lot more than I do. So, whenever to overturn it, it has to be 100%. I can't remember the word they use right now. Indisputable, concluded evidence. And he couldn't tell when the ball was coming out, so it was not indisputable.
So big break as the Wise Guys are going to run Ambrose. Ambrose across the 15. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Jordan Ambrose running wild. Touchdown, Wise Guys.
That turns from a big break to a huge break, Steve, right there to take the lead back. Big run by Ambrose, the leading quarterback rusher in the league, and he's probably maybe getting close to the leading rusher altogether now. Let's see, because the leading rusher, he's Mackey for the Lunkers, so he's playing tonight too. I was about to say, if he's not playing tonight, he might get caught in the next couple weeks, but Mackey for the Lunkers is currently playing against Duluth.
Ambrose in the first matchup between these teams rushed for right at 150 in that game, so he's been able to run wild against this squad. Now defensive line running wild at him.
Just getting rid of it.
And
Catch it, somebody.
It caught the post and into the Oaklawn booth, and that'll do it for our first quarter of play. And it's been a good one after a quarter. Wise Guys lead at 13-10. We'll be back with more semifinal action on the Arena League Network after this.
In the rough and tumble world of gesture. Fewer groans getting out of chairs and spontaneous touchdown dances. Because even wise guys need a little TLC. Spa City Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Every second counts. On the field, every player matters. And in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wiseguys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wiseguys!
Yep.
All right, welcome back as throw off being returned across the 20, knocked out of bounds, and a little hectic there for a minute, but we're back to football.
Man, you should add 4 tackles. He got about 15 extra yards breaking tackles right there. Brooks on the return almost got a safety on the throw off.
Oh, we got it. Okay. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Woo here to start the second quarter. Back and forth affair through our first, 13-10. Wiseguys lead it. Just took the lead on Ambrose touchdown run.
Got a lot of answers so far, so we can get another one.
Henderson, the motion man. Rogers, Crockett right up the middle. Crockett got him in his grasp, can't pull him down, needs help. And now the whistle
There's
blows.
the whistle. Crockett was wrestling him. He tried to do everything he could to get him down. And he was trying to find somebody to get rid of it, too, but he couldn't find anybody. I guess he got scared of that intentional grounding if he'd have thrown it.
Yeah, Crockett did a good job, too. I thought he was going to get a face mask up there.
Yeah, for sure.
He did a very good job not to grab that face mask. So 2nd down and about 15, we'll call it. As Rogers looking, wants Brown, throwing deep. Chapman in battle with him and couldn't get there. Off the wall, incomplete.
Nobody really even made an attempt for that one. Chapman, you said he got hurt last week. He looks a little beat up right now, but he's running with him, and he's giving up some size too. So we're doing really good coverage-wise with a guy that's, nearly a head taller than him right there, and he's staying with him, making life hard on him.
Tell you what, give the folks at Spa City Therapy a ton of credit. The fact that they've got these guys ready to play in an Ironman way tonight for a lot of them. They're going to have to play both ways. Henderson is the motion man. Rogers looking to throw. He wants his man deep and threw it into the stands.
You just got to give him a chance. Those last 2 balls, he didn't really have a chance at them. You got to put it in a place where he can catch it.
I believe that was Leverett. And Rogers looks a little, maybe, a little frustrated down there. He's not in any kind of rhythm. It's almost like they just want to throw deep on every play, and now Chapman is down.
He made it one more play, and he can't do it anymore. Spa City Therapy. Speaking of, you talk.
Because Singleton's 21, but we called him 6.
6, yeah.
That should be,
Get the bowling ball the ball.
On that carry. You remember we saw him, it was that game 2.
Yeah,
and,
he took over a little bit during that game, yep.
I'm wondering if that should be Travion James wearing 6. And if it is, I'm going to be very disappointed that I missed out on another Robinson Center touchdown.
But then your call would have been, you would have been right with your pregame call.
I know, right? So Ambrose over the middle. Dorsey makes the catch, stretches out. He's got a first down.
And Dorsey called his names a few times already tonight, just on those quick dump-offs. Those dump-offs are huge. They're going to slow down that rush, and they're going to get you positive yards if you can keep completing them.
This game has a lot of the feel of that first one. A back-and-forth affair. Wiseguys had a 2-score lead at the half. Pressure. Ambrose runs right between it, up the middle. And stiff. He got hammered, stays on his feet. Now Ambrose will go down as they had him holding on to the legs. Man.
Well, you're kind of thinking maybe he's going to slide again. I bet you. So here's what I'm going to say. That first slide was just a decoy so that he could lower his shoulder later against somebody that didn't expect it. And he's the only one that stayed up in that.
He took a little step back, but he won that battle, no doubt.
He didn't go down for sure.
Ambrose up the middle behind Hicks. Ducks down, driving forward. Now we're going to get some tush-push the wrong way action as that does not result in any more yardage.
At least it went lateral most of the time as opposed to backwards for the Wiseguys.
So forward progress ends at the 11. It'll be second down.
Tush-push is still legal.
It is.
Fly, Eagles, fly, in case anybody was wondering.
Okay, so I have the official correct roster.
Okay, here we go. So let's see if you were right.
I was. It was Travion James. So far, my prediction still looks good.
Even though we thought from the start he wasn't even here.
I was very disappointed in my hat choice. That one knocked down Ambrose.
That one was obviously incomplete this time.
Turned into a defender there. It was Jalen Abdul-Kareem on the play. So third down. It's 3rd and 8 here for the Wiseguys. 10:20 to play in our first half.
Keep forgetting I can't look up at the scoreboard and see the down distance. We're in a basketball arena.
A stack set over there with Evans and Brown. Motion James. Ambrose over the middle. Brown. I think Brown was anticipating a hit over the middle, kind of pulled them arms back.
Yeah, he thought that safety corner linebacker, whatever you want to call him, was a little bit closer than he actually was.
So that was a Travion James touchdown earlier. So
not anything else really different.
No.
Besides Singleton, who we said was number 6, he's 21, and Travion James is number 6.
So 4th down and 8. Evans, your motion man. Ambrose steps up. He can run it inside the 5. And going to try to drive forward down to the 2-yard line, but we do have Laundry on the field and in the holding zone.
Here's an interesting decision, and I think he's going to accept it. That was 4th down, so it was a turnover on downs, but then you give yourself the ball at the 1-yard line. So do you scoot them back 10 yards, give them 4th down again, or do you take the ball on the 1?
Well, where did that? He was really close to a first down with that last final effort, too.
Okay,
so he could get a first down around the 3.
Down. The stick
was
hidden by the camera. I couldn't tell. Maybe he might have gotten the first down.
He was really close.
That's why I needed the down and distance. I needed to know where the first down was.
I liked it better when they had the sticks on the other side. I told Tripp earlier, I said, you know what they need to do? Somebody needs to design a marker system that's on a rail and bring the lines all the way up the wall, and then you just have it on a rail, and you slide it down the rail. All right, so they'll do this 4th down thing again, but this time from the 22-yard line. They need what looks to be about the 3 for a first. Ambrose, free rusher right up the middle. He lobs it up looking for James, and over the wall goes a Woo defender, but to the point you made earlier, better that he didn't catch it.
Yeah, you don't need to catch that one. It's 4th and long. You're taking away field position if you catch that one. Maybe he punched it. We'll just say he punched it out.
That'll be a turnover on downs. I don't know. I feel like we should check in with the third member of our crew, Mr. Tristan Harlan.
He's just hanging out.
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's hanging out with the big wigs, Kyle Sutherland and Trip Keeter over there. So Rogers, empty set. Henderson creeping towards the line of scrimmage. And now they'll send him. Rogers going to take off up the middle.
Oh,
and Chapman.
That got a leg pulled off right there.
I'm thinking Chapman's cramp is okay now.
About pulled a groin right there. They each grabbed a leg and they went the opposite direction. That was a little lollipop snap too.
So gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. As Rogers moves Leverett here to the near side of the field. Motion Henderson. Rogers rolls to the near side, being chased and incomplete. Good defense.
That's Crockett getting a hand in there, big slap to get that ball. Even if he was going to catch it, I don't even know that he got a hand on it. But even if he would have, that'd have been a tough one to bring in.
I'm watching the folks in our Wise Guys owners box down here to our left, and I think they're getting a little fearful for these kids that are climbing on the wall. I thought he was going to throw the kid off the wall on that play to avoid the hit.
Yeah, that's. You're asking for some trouble right there.
I mean, we had a lady last week with a newborn baby on the wall.
Oh my goodness!
It's like, what are we doing down there? Rogers in trouble from the snap. He just lofts it up. Got a man. Oh, good play and out of bounds. And what a play down there by Bashawn Palmer.
Bashawn Palmer's come up with some big deflections today. Going up and getting that one. He was behind the receiver. Had he been in a better position, he probably had a chance to pick that one off. But great play right there. The ball, the cross-body throw.
Well, he got more hand on it.
Yeah, even from behind he did.
Yep.
He just
Smith did.
Timed it better and climbed the ladder a little bit better.
Our guy Kerry Rotnick down there on the field cam. That was a great replay from him. Well, this place getting loud now. I'm impressed with this Wise Guys Hot Springs crowd. I think Vincent Hobbs is the cheerleader of the night, though. He's on that side now, standing up, getting everybody going.
He's everywhere.
Motion, Henderson, that's where they want to go, and he threw it in the stands. And another turnover on downs as the Wise Guys hold with 6:39 to go in the first half.
I mean, listen, the Woo is going to have to figure something out for that edge. Every single play, that possession, the Wise Guys had somebody coming untouched off the edge, and Rogers just had to get rid of it each time and get out of there. No time to really get in a rhythm, no time to really make any reads. They're coming untouched, and he's got to get rid of it. So they're going to have to figure something out, maybe leak a guy out behind that guy, a little hot route just to slow him down. They're going to have to come up with an adjustment for that offensively.
All right, so it'll be Wise Guys football, 6:39 left in our first half. So and so Ambrose, he's way back there on this snap, though. He's on motion Evans. Ambrose looking, being chased, dumps it off. Hicks, a lot of room in front of him. Hicks tried to hurdle a man. Oh, he took a shot to the knee, yeah.
It looked like he tried to hurdle, but he kneed him in the face. That hurt him a lot worse than it hurt the guy he kneed in the face.
We saw Hicks. Hicks likes that hurdle move. He pulled it a couple of times last week.
The knee got over the face mask just enough. It wasn't the Antonio Brown kicking the punter in the face, though. It wasn't that, at least.
Post-CTE.
Just go look up his Twitter if you need a laugh.
Oh, gosh, don't.
Or X.
Evans in trouble. Oh, man. Nearly shifted him off and instead dumped in the backfield and bring up a 2nd down.
He's not happy that that a guy missed a block and he wasn't able to get north on that one.
You know, we did, and you were probably aware of the rule, but we did have a call last week for the first time. Illegal. They had a Bones got called for being too close to the play.
Too close to the play, and they also can't huddle in between plays unless there's a timeout. Yeah, those kind of go hand in hand, Now
Ambrose going to scramble. A little move in the middle of the field, and he is dumped as he gets down to the 11-yard line.
A little jump cut by Ambrose there, showing a little twinkle toes. He thought he was a power runner.
Ambrose is going to make this third down. No, it's not. No, it's not.
We don't know. First down?
No, it's third. He's watching the wrong stick.
Well, that one says second.
They just got it. It's third. Now Evans instead. Dorsey got it. Get him 6. Touchdown, Wiseguys.
Hey, you give all the credit in the world to Ambrose right there. He put the ball behind Dorsey, but that was on purpose because he had the defender coming up inside of him. So he made Dorsey have to spin around to catch that ball, kept him away from the hit, and allowed him to walk into the end zone.
Dorsey, we got to see some of the nimbleness of him, the nimble feet on some moves he made last week, and now gets in the end zone here. They'll go for one, up 19-10.
Had a little ballerina twirl right there when he caught it. That's impressive for a big guy.
Evans split out here to the near side.
They don't have height and weight, but he's a lot taller than I am, I can tell you that.
James is the motion man. They'll stack it on the near side. Ambrose in trouble, gets away from it. Now drops, throws. Looking for Brown. Did he catch it?
Shoulda.
Looking for a signal, and it's good. Give him 2. As Terrell Brown with the catch. And it's a 21-10 Wiseguys lead.
Great job by Ambrose there, working the pocket. Showed real pocket presence right there, getting around the defenders. Put the ball in a great spot and a great catch.
Man.
Great catch by Brown right there, laying out for it and bringing it in.
You know, and you got to be impressed with the growth of Ambrose throughout the season.
Absolutely.
You know, we go back to week 1 and his ability to kind of float around the line of scrimmage and still make great plays, know where he's at on the field, knew what he was as a runner, and he's proven that all year. But this, at least so far in this first half, might be the best I've seen him in the passing game. The different arm angles, putting the ball right where it's supposed to be. One of the best throws we saw from him may have been what kind of got this going was the throw he threw to Chapman on the conversion play last week. That maybe got things going for him, and he's picked up here this week.
Yeah, absolutely. In the middle of the year, Ambrose, you could kind of see struggling throwing the ball, just wasn't seeing everything as clearly as he would have liked to see it and as Coach Bones would have liked him to see it. But you just said it. You've seen some growth, and this first part of this game right here has really shown how he's stepped his game up a couple of notches at the quarterback position, not running the ball but throwing the ball.
So Crockett to throw it, and it'll be Brooks to return it. He will let it go, and it'll be a souvenir. Don't throw that back, kid. You got to keep that. Oh, he gave it to the GM. Turned it in.
Gosh. GM, he's going to save money wherever he can, right?
That's right. What a first year, though. Chris Goodman and I talking about just some of the milestones they hit, and it's been an impressive season. And so looking forward to year 2.
Yeah, that's what I had a chance to talk to him before the game, too. And he was excited about it. He's excited about ticket sales. He was checking it, and you can look around. There's not a ton of empty seats, especially in the bottom section right here. It's as full as I've seen it. And, I wasn't here last week, so I don't know exactly what it looked like around you, but it's looking good. And if they can keep adding to this, it'll be big.
Well, Rogers in trouble. Chapman's got him in the end zone, and he just lofts it. Oh, into the stands they go. And there's some help needed.
There we go.
They'll return the players to the field as they're told.
Give them back. You don't have to return the balls, but they do ask that you return the players. Can't keep the people.
Boy, Rogers deserves a lot of credit there, though, just to get that ball away and avoid a safety.
Absolutely. I mean, he had a handful of jersey as he was throwing it away. That thing was pulled as tight as it could be. You know what sucks for the fans right there is the 2 players ended up in the stands. The ball somehow had to bounce back out. Nobody got to keep it on that one. They didn't even get a souvenir. Should have tried to get a helmet.
They got quite the souvenir. Then they go watch the bracket. That snaps on the turf. In trouble. Thrown into the wall. Look out for the sticks.
The sticks probably hit somebody in the face.
They 100% did.
Where's that replay? We need to see who got hit. Here.
Oh, don't give the ball back. They did it again.
All right, we need to make that announcement again over the PA that you can keep the balls.
They're all talking about it. It looks like maybe a high school team down there or something, a group of younger guys, but one of them or multiple of them took that stick right off the forehead. So it'll be 3rd down They may have to call a timeout here as the clock under 2:30 and 3 to snap it.
Yeah, what do we do? Okay, yeah, they're about to. I was like, what are we doing? We're just kind of standing there.
So Coach Mann will let it run down, call timeout. 2:24 to go in our first half. Make sure you join us at halftime for the Arena League halftime show with Riley Underwood and myself again. I get to pull the
Get to move your way back down to the
gotta
table.
run back down the stairs.
So give him some grace if he's out of breath whenever his halftime show starts, because he's running, and I mean, from what I understand, he doesn't run often.
No. Look, we've already determined this in the DJ Williams conversation. When he offered one of my hamstrings, we told him they weren't anything he wants. But
yeah, probably not.
No. No, I promise you. I can move, but I'm old.
He can move like
in shape, but not good shape.
10, 15 seconds, and then he's done. Got to have a little bit more endurance, right?
Absolutely. But what a first half we've had here, as it's a 20-10 Wiseguys lead. And Tyler, you got to be impressed if you're a Wiseguys fan at the response after this Iowa team went up 10-7. The Wiseguys drove down, scored, and then Iowa reeled off 10 straight with that safety. But it's been all Wiseguys with 13 straight themselves here as we get ready to close out the first half.
Yeah, it could have started to go downhill a little bit after that safety, because safeties are huge momentum shifters, but they didn't let it happen, and they put one back on the board.
Brown at long stride and trouble in the backfield. Rogers just flips it, and what a hit at the 5.
Saw that one coming. You saw that one coming. That's the Darren Primes.
To Darren Primes, he was the defensive player of the game last week, vying for it again this week. What a play, and now the Woo will surrender.
2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout.
That'll take us
Hot Springs ball.
League Network.
In football, the goal is to avoid collisions, but on the road, sometimes collisions are unavoidable. When your car takes a hit, don't throw in the towel. Turn to Iowa Auto Rebuilders. With our full service facility and excellent workmanship, you'll receive high-quality auto repairs and a hassle-free experience. Visit our website at iowaautorebuilders.com to learn more. Get back on the road looking and feeling like a winner with Iowa Auto Rebuilders, where collision meets precision.
Bring the entire family out for a fun-filled day at Cadillac XBC. Whether you are looking for an exciting game of laser tag or a thrilling VR experience with HaloGate, or looking to win that big prize in the Arcade and Redemption Center, we have you covered. Why not try your hand at the newest and hottest bowling trend with hyperbowling? No matter your skill level, you are guaranteed to have a blast. Cadillac XBC, your Waterloo Family Fun Center.
Try 2 different restaurants located right in Denver, Iowa. Alley Cat's Grub House and Firehouse Pizza and Wings. Alley Cat's Grub House features breakfast, signature sandwiches and sauces, Matt's Mac and Cheese, Tex-Mex, and more. Also try Firehouse Pizzas and Wings, where they make their own in-house smoked bone-in wings, pizzas, flatbread, cheesy Alfredo buns, monkey buns, salad bar, and more. Catering options are also available. Visit us today, and we promise you won't leave hungry.
I'd like a number 2.
Husband drove into the mailbox.
You've got it.
Hey, Pete, the usual? My grandson hit the car with the baseball. Give me a number 7, please.
Odell Collision. Unbeatable repair is back on the menu.
All right, welcome back here to Oaklawn's Arena League football field inside Banco ZK Arena. I'm Steve Henson with Tyler Chenault, and we are ready for the final 2 minutes of our first half. Ambrose in trouble, launching, and he's got James! Give him 6! Touchdown, Senators!
That didn't take long, Steve.
Travion James with his second of the night. The former Robinson Senator.
And that defensive back fell down, and he hadn't got up yet. I wonder if he hurt himself as he tripped. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. It just, Not real
He
sure.
just it didn't look like he got tied up or anything.
So
He's grabbing his
that
ankle,
Brooks?
maybe, number 1.
That's Brooks. That's huge. That's the league's leading interception man. He's already got 1 here tonight. Oh, boy, you hope, because it was non-contact, just kind of stumbled down.
He initially went and grabbed his ankle. Like on the replay, went and grabbed his right ankle. See if he can walk a little bit.
Putting a little weight on it now. That's a good sign.
That's an ankle, though. It looks like an uncomfortable ankle. Every step, though, he's getting a little bit stronger, so hopefully he'll be able to come back.
Yeah, if you're an Iowa Woo fan, that's not something you want to see in a game in which the Wiseguys have kind of been able to throw it all over the yard so far. And that's your top defender walking off the field. So hope that Brooks can get back in. But, what a night so far for Travian James. His 2nd score of the night. Now that we found out who he actually is, who I thought he was.
They were saying the right name.
So they'll go for 1. Evans in the backfield. He'll motion out. As Ambrose, he's got James, doesn't see him. Instead to Brown, tipped out of there. Oh, gosh, what? Somebody just went flying across that booth.
She
was on the wall as Ambrose comes to check on her.
She's up.
There's a high five. That's good to see. I mean, she went from the wall to under the table. I don't know if we have a replay of that, but that was fantastic.
I think, they just showed it. I didn't see it, but they just
I missed it.
You just saw it on your screen.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
That's the Washita Bar and Grill booth over there. So y'all got to see it again.
You wonder maybe she's a bartender at Washita Bar and Grill, and she's dealt with worse than that.
Go back and watch it on ours.
I'm doing the exact same thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, and she hit a chair.
I know.
She landed on a chair. If you're going to be on the wall, you got to be ready for the wall to get hit. You got to get out of it. You got to have an escape plan.
We might need to send Tristan over there for an interview, too, in the second half. Make sure. let her have a halftime break to.
I look at him. He's busy. He don't even know what we're talking about.
So Crockett, the throw off, going to be returned. Broke a tackle. Leverett across the 25. Oh, my goodness gracious.
And that is Singleton, who we said scored earlier.
Wow.
And that one's coming back, too. You got a flag.
Watch this.
Woo.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
It looks like it was going to be Crockett, but he gets over. Crockett started it. Singleton finished it.
Oh. I tell you what, Leverett paid for that and didn't need to.
Now it's going all the way back to inside the 5. All for naught. Putting that on the, the 2 or the 3?
To the 2-yard line.
2.5.
Man. I'm telling you, you gotta pay attention to this league. I know there's a lot of different things, but this league, it's got a little bit of everything. The entertainment value is there, though. This is something else.
And we see something new every week.
Yep. All right, so Rogers in this offense needs to figure something out down 16. 1:38 to go in the half. Rogers just sending men deep. In trouble. And a souvenir. Look out, that's our camera.
It's alive. It's alive.
Jake Couple saved our life down there.
And that's Taylor Hunt. Number 13 is still coming off the edge, untouched nearly every play. There's a picture from the camera that about got destroyed. You got to see it for a second. But there's still nobody touching him. And you're going to have to figure something out if you want to be able to do anything offensively.
And I hope that our friends on the Iowa Woo broadcast are listening again. We had a conversation. I know they're in Waterloo. So what is a Woo? What is the history of this name?
There's your answer.
Rogers taking off and going to be drugged down.
There's a little bit of their answer. Run away from him.
Yeah.
Run away. They've got an extra guy over there, meaning they might be a little bit lighter on the left side, and they're just going to run away from him.
Well, A lot of banged up guys here. Leverett,
it's like 4 guys.
Crockett,
lifted.
Chapman.
That's what happens at the end of a season, Steve. Seeing Jamon Williams come on for Crockett.
Come off.
Get on your feet, make some noise. Defense.
But the reason I ask what a woo is one, I'm curious, but two, we talk about Taylor Hunt. Taylor Hunt's been hunting woo, whatever it is, for 2 weeks straight, and he's gotten a few big game out of it. They hand it away to Brown, and he is stacked into the wall. That wall's going to need repairs.
Look at everybody in that booth, though, they knew.
Yeah.
Back away whenever they're coming towards you.
And this is actually going to be interesting because they're going to have a tough time getting that turf back under that wall. They're just going to leave it bowed out.
I mean, look at this, the one over there. It's folded up.
So clock running as we're under a minute. It does stop now, 49 seconds with the out of bounds.
Yeah, but the Woo, they're out of timeouts now, remember, too, so they can't stop it on their own. They got to get out of bounds or incomplete passes.
Keep an eye on Brown kind of hobbling after that run into the wall as he's on the end of the line of scrimmage. Well, he was way past it. Rogers wants to throw deep. Henderson a little push off. Oh, what a play! What a recovery by Palmer.
Vashon, man, he's been on multiple pass breakups. He's probably got 4 or 5 PBUs already on the stat sheet.
Man, that's a little overthrown, but.
And Henderson, number 11, he wanted a flag there, but I don't know where you would have got it on.
He could have got it on him. He got a push off out of it.
He did push off early to get a little bit of separation there before the ball got there, yeah.
And that may be one of those like, hey, you did it, he did it.
Yeah, he was just returning the favor, big guy.
They have let him play. There have been a few questionable calls. Landon Trusty's crew has done a great job, though, throughout.
Are they chanting boo woo?
Rogers in trouble, got away. Just for the moment, they're still trying to get him. He's going the wrong way. Now he throws it, and a fight for the catch out of bounds.
He changed direction 4 different times, and he almost fell down 3 of the 4 times he changed direction. That's good balance by that man right there.
So now interesting, though, 30 seconds, 4th down.
You go for it and don't get it. The Wise Guys have all 3 timeouts to go half the field.
Yeah. They need a first down here. They cannot get away from this pressure. Henderson, the motion man, and a whistle. I think Coach Bones burnt a timeout.
Take a break, yeah.
Timeout, Hot Springs.
Wanted to see what they're going to do to him.
It's their first time out of the half.
They can't get away from the pressure because nobody touches Hunt ever. I mean, he's coming off of that right edge of the offense every single play, and I know I've said it, it's like beating a dead horse at this point, but you got to do something about it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do anything offensively.
Yeah, it's been impressive. You know, Hunt he had a big game last week, but he has been all over Rogers here in this ball game, and poor Rogers is just I don't know that he knows what to do anymore at this point. He's run just completely for his life this entire first half, and that's going to be an adjustment Coach Mann's going to have to figure out. And so we'll see if they have an adjustment here on this 4th down play.
He doesn't even have to put a move on anybody.
You see Hunt out here. He's walking around midfield, and he's ready to play for a championship. He's playing like it here tonight for sure.
You got to be a little tired.
Yeah.
He's probably upset. I don't know that he's gotten any sacks yet, but like we talked about, the Wise Guys hadn't put up a lot of sacks. They put up a ton of pressures, and he's gotten pressure every play for the past 3-4 possessions.
Some separation between the Harbor Monsters and Lunkers. Duluth up 27-6 now, as they're about a minute 40 away from halftime there. Duluth wins it. They'll host the championship game next week against the winner of this one. So Henderson, your motion man. Rogers with the snap. He throws left side looking for Brown, nothing. Brown wasn't ready for it. Into the stands it goes, and that'll be a turnover on down. The Wise Guys a chance to separate even more.
26 seconds, 3 timeouts. No, didn't ever. That's what Coach Mann's telling you. You got to get your head around. I mean, you got to find the ball. If we're going to throw it to you, you got to be ready for it.
And Coach Mann on him as they're coming off the field. And Brown's been a guy, I think stats-wise, is one of the top receivers in the league. I mean, the dude has been really, really good all year long. Yeah, 3rd in the league.
In receptions.
Well, actually go yards per game.
And yards, he's 2nd in yards, 3rd in receptions.
Just has not been able to get untracked here in the first half of this one. We didn't, outside of his highlight catch over the wall last week, we didn't hear a whole lot from him either.
Second in touchdown, so yeah, I mean, he's top 3 in nearly every category.
All right, 1st and 10, Wiseguys. Ambrose going to send Brown in motion. Brown right up the middle of the field. Ambrose dumps it off. Hicks couldn't make the one-handed catch. It'll be 2nd down.
Would have been an impressive catch.
Yeah.
for the big man. No, I mean, not as big man as Lester, but still a big man nonetheless.
Still a man large enough. I'm not standing in front of him.
No, that's not going to happen.
Now Ambrose. James broke free for a moment, but he couldn't get it to him. Now they'll dump it off to Dorsey. Dorsey hip checked as he gets inside the 25 to the 22. And Wiseguys going to have to, and they do, well, I guess out of bounds. Now they will burn a timeout.
I don't know if he took it. He was going to take a timeout, but then he got clarification that Dorsey was out of bounds technically, so the clock is stopped.
So 11 seconds, 2 timeouts left.
Have to get a couple of chunk plays right here.
By the way, you'll see, and they haven't started it. I'm not sure why, but we do have the play clock on screen for you tonight as well.
Nice.
So now Ambrose, everybody's set.
Feels like between these 2 plays it's taken forever.
Yeah. Evans, your motion man. Got him. Got it. Oh, he waited too long. Instead, he goes to the corner. James, touchdown! Give him 6! Javion James!
There's still worth corner, and Javion, I'll take care of it today.
I don't know that he even touched the wall.
No, he didn't. He
my God!
He completely. How's he not?
Is he okay?
Broken.
Let's go!
I mean, he had to land flat on his back over there.
Look at this.
And then he flexes on him.
Oh, my goodness.
His right foot touched the wall.
Look at this.
This is the best view right here.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, right on his hip.
I did wear the right hat.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And he's back on the field for the conversion
There's
as well.
no way that didn't hurt.
Wow.
He's got to be feeling it. That's concrete on the other side.
Unbelievable. Evans, your motion man on the conversion. Ambrose just throws it out of bounds. It should be a grounding if they want to call it. They won't.
It's the end of the half anyway.
That'll do it for our first half. We're going to go down to Tristan Harlan in a moment. He should have Coach Bones Bagante as we await. Tries to effort. Here we go.
There he is.
Bones giving some last-minute instruction here to his wide receiver, Terrell Brown. Get Bones real quick. We'll go down to Tristan Harlan.
Halftime here, you guys are in the lead. What's the overall message to the team right now?
We got to execute. We got to execute. We up, but we've been fucking up. They've been fucking up. Like, we got to execute. Simple as that. We got to execute. We don't have time to play around. You feel me? We have to execute. I know we're doing a great job. We're making some great plays. We have to be more consistent. We have to be more consistent.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Tristan. That'll do it for our first half of play. After a half, it is Wiseguys up 32-10. We'll be back after the half here with more semifinals.
It's slam dunks and table talks. New wheels and Oldsmobiles. Lookalikes and looks like a party. Your life is a series of snapshot moments. With Cedar Valley Hospice, you can continue creating memories worth a second look and make each moment matter. Add to your story with Cedar Valley Hospice.
In football, the goal is to avoid collisions, but on the road, sometimes collisions are unavoidable. When your car takes a hit, don't throw in the towel. Turn to Iowa Auto Rebuilders. With our full service facility and excellent workmanship, you'll receive high-quality auto repairs and a hassle-free experience. Visit our website at iowaautorebuilders.com to learn more. Get back on the road looking and feeling like a winner with Iowa Auto Rebuilders, where collision meets precision.
every second counts. On the field, every player matters. And in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wiseguys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wiseguys!
(32-10) is the score. Wiseguys are up over the Iowa Woo. Big at home in Hot Springs. Riley Underwood, along my partner Steve Henson, and don't worry, we will be keeping it clean the rest of the broadcast. You don't have to be worried about that. Clean also is what type of football Hot Springs has been playing so far. I mean, I was on my phone earlier. I looked up efficiency.com. Picture of Jordan Ambrose popped up.
Absolutely.
I mean, 5 total touchdowns, 0 picks, 0 fumbles, coming from a guy that entered the game leading the league in interceptions and second in the league in fumbles. I mean, completely turned it around. He's been playing like a baller today.
You know, we said it throughout that first half. This might be the best we've seen Ambrose in terms of overall play. You know, all year we've seen the running ability. We've seen some of his ability to manipulate the pocket. But tonight, it's the arm angles. It's where he's able to drop his arm. He's able to get into the windows and make great passes. And then on top of that, what I'd say is, I told Tyler, I think I wore the right hat. Former Robinson Senator Travion James with 2 huge touchdowns, including the flying over the wall score there at the end of the half. What an absolute first half we've had.
Jordan Ambrose was slinging the rock early and often, but, you know, of course, he's going to run it into. Popped in for his first touchdown of the game. This is the point after. Nice catch by your boy right there, right. Number 6 wearing red. And Iowa came back early. Carlos Rogers trying to make something happen. And then he finds his man jumping over and into the wall. That's Jordan Leverett. He really stepped up for the Woo early. This was on a point after. Marcel Brooks almost took that one back. And Kyle Lester, he took a licking on that play. This one was a safety. That was a good point, a bright spot for Trey Harlan and the Iowa defense. And then it's hard to stop number 2 when he's running right at you. Virtually the same exact result we saw from his first touchdown. And then just slipping through the seam is Lou Dorsey for his first score. And what feels like forever, good for the Wiseguys to get him going. And for the point after for Ambrose, he finds another score in the corner. I mean, it's been all Wiseguys in the second quarter. How about this one from James? Beautiful catch, loses the defender, hit a little gritty in the end zone for good measure. Late in the first half. Here it is.
There it is.
Flipping over the wall. My goodness, are you kidding me? Hanging on to it. That looked like the guy Aaron Dilworth we saw in those all green. Do you see his outfit on the sidelines? I mean, it looked like he was going to a GQ fashion show. That might be what's going on. I don't know what type of party you're throwing after the game, but he's definitely going to it. Something that has also been good for Hot Springs has been the secondary. I mean, they've been completely shutting Carlos Rogers and the entire offense down. They've been trying to pass it pretty much throughout the whole first half. Very inefficient. I mean, they've just been shutting it down. We've heard Vishon Palmer's name a lot.
Yeah, Palmer's been a big one. Chapman, of course, as well as Crockett. But, you know, we were, from our vantage point, able to watch it kind of up top. You were watching Rogers, especially early on. Look at the game plan was to go deep. Let's just try to beat them deep, use our speed to get behind them. And really, it was a great response out of the Wiseguys. That first couple of drives, Wiseguys get on top, and then it looked like the Woo were going to kind of just start that roll that they had at the second half of the last game, and instead it's been all Wiseguys since then. But you're right, the secondary play, it has baffled Justin Brown throughout this first half. It has baffled every one of those receivers. Henderson, Smith, they've all had struggles trying to either get open, and then when they do get open, the recovery speed out of these defensive backs that entire first half for the Wiseguys has been really impressive.
And it looked like that may not be the case early in this one because It started off the game with a Carlos Rogers bomb to Vontre Henderson. It was originally called a catch, but then ruled back. That kind of stalled that drive out. That kind of flipped the momentum because when that play was called a touchdown initially, everyone on the Iowa sidelines was going crazy. The packed house here pretty much fell silent. And that one, when it was overturned after a smart challenge by head coach Bones Bagante, that kind of flipped the switch a little bit, and they've just never looked back. Can't really get anything going offensively. Jeff Mack, maybe a player you go to trying to get some shorter routes out of the backfield, but he's been kept quiet as he was last game as well.
Yeah, you know, when we saw it early, they brought Mack in. I think it was Leverett had a shin strap issue, and Mack just kind of looked lost, and they had to call a burn a timeout. They had a couple of other issues. I'm really curious to see how the Woo respond in the second half. Last week we saw kind of some self-inflicted issues late in the game, some penalties and bad times. Tonight, you got to always kind of work through the home crowd advantage, home field advantage. Maybe a couple calls that went the Wiseguys' way. You talk about the review on the catch that could have been a touchdown, was called a touchdown and reviewed. But you also had the fumble by Rogers that was kind of the tuck rule-ish type play where Rogers looked like his arm was coming forward. They called it a fumble on the field, and then they stuck with the call. A lot of Woo fans may not have agreed with it, so I'm curious to see just how they respond in the second half. They're going to have to play almost perfect football at this point, down 22.
That was Rogers' 10th registered fumble of the season, leads the league as a controversial but costly one. He has 1 touchdown through the air, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. Not really to be able getting anything going offensively. And you talked about the calls. I mean, that's always going to be the discussion. I was standing right beside the Iowa bench. I heard their coaches saying, do not worry about the referees. I don't want to hear any more complaining because you just got to control what you can control. And we know this. Yep. Victor Mann is a calm guy. He's not going to show much emotion on the sidelines, but you know he's scheming. We've seen it time and time again with this Woo team. They start off kind of slow, and in that third quarter, whoa, where was all this energy that we saw all game? So I will not say that this game is over by a long shot. Victor Mann has something cooking, and Iowa, they were down last week as well, and then they came back. This could be a similar situation, but they do need to fix up a couple of things if that's going to happen.
Yeah, you know, and I talked with Bones Bagante in pregame, and one of the things I said to both coaches was, well, was it some exciting football last week? And both of them were like, no, it was not on our end. You know, you never want, as the winning coach, you're glad you won because you're moving on, but you never want to have to it be that stressful. And that was Bones' point. When we were talking, he said, we want to put this thing away at the half. So we'll see. Last week a 19-6 lead when we went to the break. This week a 32-10 lead. Can they hold on to it? The third quarter has kind of been the bugaboo for this Wiseguys teams at times. They've allowed teams to get back in it in the third. Happened last week. We'll see if it happens this week. If you're to your point, if you're the Woo right now, I think Jeff Mack's got to get involved. They got to figure out a way to get Justin Brown going. Rogers, I think they need to be able to use his escapability, but he can't get away from Taylor Hunt.
I mean, Jordan Leverett, also a wide receiver that got involved early. He has 2 catches on the year, both for touchdowns. So those are both of these past 2 games. So how about that for efficiency as well? Hot Springs only allowed 10 points in the first half. They're up by 22. They're first in the league in pretty much all defensive categories. What do they need to do on offense? Do you keep airing the ball out, or you take a more slow approach?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you go away from what you're doing. You know what Bones is a kind of a creative offensive mind, and he wants to push it down the field. Now, I would expect potentially we'll see a little more Ambrose running, maybe a little more 17 Quay Hicks, just bigger bodies, push the ball down the field a little bit, maybe try to chew up this running clock a little bit more. And so, but I don't know that you want to go away from your wide open game plan like you've had, because look at this crowd. I mean, they're loving it, and so that's fueling them. And I think at least for this third, they better just keep pushing it, keep pushing that offense down the field.
At the halfway marker, the Wiseguys up big, 22 at home in the semifinal matchup. The road to Arena Mania 2, and Hot Springs is in the driver's seat, 32-10 over Iowa right now. For Steve Henson, I'm Riley Underwood. He'll have you with the rest of the second half, and we'll catch you back here for the postgame show.
In the
Fewer groans getting out of chairs and spontaneous touchdown dances. Because even wise guys need a little TLC. Spa City Therapy, getting you back in the game.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome back to Oaklawn's Arena League football field inside Banco ZK Arena, as we are just about set for our second half of play. And Tristan Harlan getting ready for Coach Mann, so we'll wait for the Woo to make their way out of the tunnel. But I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. Tyler, what'd you think about that first half?
Man, I mean, it's wild. We had some big old plays. You think maybe we wouldn't have seen some of that since we were missing our big-time player, but listen, your guy Travion, he said, I'll take the reins. I'll put my foot in there for Dilworth. I'll take it, and he ran with it.
Man, what a first half. I mean, you know, I'm glad that we got the roster situation figured out and confirmed. And we know it is Travion James, but 3 touchdowns in that first half. And I mean, if you look on both sides, you always want to pick an offensive and defensive player of the game. For me, my offensive player of the game in the first half, obviously Travion James. Taylor Hunt, your defensive player of the game in that first half. He just menaced Carlos Rogers out of line.
Taylor Hunt kept him running around, but I got to talk about Vashawn Palmer too. He's got 5-6 pass breakups already, and they're not just 5-yard dink and dunks that he's breaking up. He's breaking up passes that are in the end zone. If he's not there, it's a completely different game on the scoreboard for the Woo. Palmer has stopped at least 2-3 touchdowns by himself so far.
You know, we've talked all year about how good this team was defensively. They're one of the, if not the top 2 defensive teams in the entire Arena League. They've proven it all year long. The question was, can they score? You know, they've been able to get yardage, they've been able to move the ball, but once they get into that Bud Light red zone, they struggle to score. Tonight, that's not been a problem. They've been able to spread it around, whether it's James, whether it's Dorsey, any of those guys. It's been a very impressive offensive attack so far to go along with that great defense. All right, we're going to head down to Tristan Harlan, who's got Coach Mann.
Coach, you guys are down right now 32-10 going into the second half. You guys have been here before. What's the message to the team coming out of the locker room?
It's 30 minutes left. Give it everything we got.
Coach, good luck on the second half. Steve, Tyler.
All right, thanks, Tristan. And Coach Victor Mann of the Woo, and short and sweet and to the point. He's ready to play some football in this second half, and maybe a little cleaner version than we got ending the first half.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's all there is to it. I mean, these guys know what they've got to do. They know the mistakes they made. There's no reason to harp on it. Just come out, fix those things in yourself, and come out and just play as hard as you can.
Well, the third quarter was the quarter that the Woo made their run last week. They got back in the ball game, trailed 19-6 at half. Again, tonight down 32-10. However, it'll be Wiseguys football to start the second half and a chance to just add to this lead here as we get things going. I'll have to flip sides, get to the right sides of the field. But I'm curious to see, one of the things that Riley and I talked about during the halftime show, I'd be curious your thought process on this. What do you do offensively if you're the Wiseguys right now? It's same thing, or are you going to try to wear on some of these big guys and run that clock?
No, you see it too often where coaches change their game plan and it throws everything off. If your offense starts to sputter, your defense doesn't have as much energy. Now your defense is going to start to sputter. You just got to play your game. You just got to play your game if it's been working. You're going to make minimal adjustments, not because of the score, but just because it's halftime and you know that the Woo's going to make adjustments.
Rogers put that in the rafters. That was like a kickoff at Jerry World.
Ball hit the overhead obstruction, replaced at the 25-yard line.
Get it at midfield.
First down, Hot Springs.
Great field position.
Not great for the Woo. You want to come out and you want to play hard and you want to get rid of those mistakes, and you come out with almost the biggest mistake you can have on the throw-off besides giving them a touchdown.
Well, I'll be real curious now. This second half, really this third quarter, I said it before, it was where the Woo came back, but also the frustrations are going to start to mount for the Woo. You go back to the end of last game, the mistakes you made mentally. Then you go back to the first half of this game, you were in the lead. And then you had some calls that didn't go your way that you have no control over, some frustration potentially there. Now you could potentially be down 30 here as we get things going to start the second half. Ambrose, that's got to be a hold. There it is. Over the middle, caught James, and he'll be tackled at the 15, but all for naught as Mr. Harlan was being held in the backfield.
I think he almost took his jersey off.
He did.
At least came up over his head for a little bit.
I thought his shoulder pads were coming off there for a minute.
That wasn't one of the easier calls for a ref on holding right there. Looks like he was undressing the guy.
Yeah. I do like how Mr. Trusty, he kind of waited and just casually pulled the yellow out.
There's no need to throw that one. They all know it's coming.
Not like it was the lineman several years ago that took it right in the eye.
You throw it at him?
Yeah. All right, so first down and 20 now. As James will go into the backfield.
They gonna hand it to him now, Steve?
Maybe.
Jack of all trades.
Motion Evans. James into block. They look for Evans. Good break on the ball.
Great timing. Great timing. The ball was a little late. If the receiver's running a little hitch route like that and he's standing there waiting, was when he turns around, it's a little late. It gives the corner time to break on it. Good break by 13 right there. Anthony Webb, he's listed as a reserve. I guess something changed since we have that, and he's active on the active roster currently.
Well, I believe that is actually the same roster from last week, so he may have been an inactive last week.
Last week, gotcha.
And that's the same one Chris sent me from because he said there were no changes. Obviously, there's a change. Webb's now active.
No changes with the names and the numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe who's active.
They're going to run Chapman on late here. They got
10 seconds.
10. Move a little quicker.
Should be good as long as you get lined up and come on.
So second and 20. Ambrose
should get it just barely.
Got it off. Rolls to his left. And he's got Evans this time. Evans riding the wall.
He backpedals on the wall after he catches it.
He'll get 7 on that one, and so it'll be 3rd and 13.
Evans said Evans said, I don't have time to turn around. I'm just going to go backwards the whole time.
So 3rd down. And taking a while. And this may be part of that. Let's run that play clock down as much as you can, but just keep running our offense.
Run the same offense. Yep. Just take a few extra seconds to snap the ball. Yeah.
Ambrose up the middle, got his man. It's Evans again. Evans sits down, makes the catch. It'll be 4th and about 4.
How many little hitch routes has Evans ran this possession? And I'm okay with that. You're not changing your approach. You're just changing how fast you run your plays. Because it's not like the Wiseguys are a super fast NASCAR go type of offense. They're not run super fast. So slowing it down just a little bit doesn't really change a whole lot for you offensively. Not like they'll see at Sylvan Hills this year with Mark Kelly.
No doubt. We're going to see that in just a few weeks ourselves. Ambrose, pressure right up the middle, throws. And nice deflection there. That's number 7, Frankie Solomon Jr.
Good play defensively right there. And it was just a little little lollipop pass. There wasn't much behind it, so he had time to get there, get his hand in there, and break it up. Good play, good play.
So turnover on downs after the 4th down miss for the Wise Guys. So it'll be 1st and 10 Woo, and couldn't have asked for anything better if you're the Woo, really. I mean, to get the stop and get the ball back here to your offense and maybe try to figure something out in this second half.
I mean, keep your eyes on number 13, Taylor Hunt, coming off of that right edge, left edge for the defense, right edge for the offense. See if they get a hand on him or if he's still going to be running free. Because you got 4 guys for 3, so, I mean, there's –
Henderson, your motion man. Instead, they want Leverett, and nope, put it in the basket, but bounced out of the basket. Incomplete, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Yeah, that would have been a beautiful catch over the shoulder, laying out for it a little bit there. Just bounced out. Looks like you're going to get a really good view here. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it
man,
hit that left
6.
hand. It hit that square on that left hand. You just got to be able to pull that one in.
Yeah, that's a tough break.
But they did block Hunt that time. But what the Wise Guys have said is they're going 0 man. There's nobody back deep, so they've got a guy that can come unblocked every time. You got to make them pay.
Yeah, Hannibal's your safety back there, only one. Now Rogers in trouble. And
I think he crossed a little too soon.
He is going to be taken down.
If that's where he got to, I feel like he might have been outside of the running lane, but I guess he was close enough that they're going to give it to him.
Taylor Hunt made that tackle without his helmet. He's a little banged up as he works to get it back on.
I think they're popping in some of this noise.
It is 100%.
It's hitting pretty good. It sounds natural.
It sounds real.
With the echo and everything.
Yeah, you could hear the little bit of the NBA sound in the background of it that time, though. I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely pumped in.
Hunt got his helmet fixed now. He's ready to go.
All right, so 3rd, I believe that's right. 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Is Leverett, your motion man on the right side.
Oh, gosh, nobody stayed with him.
Here they come, just lofts it up, and Hannibal thought he picked it.
Took it.
Hannibal with the interception. They're going to rule him down.
Yeah, he was down, but.
Wow. I'll tell you what, Tyler, it's an often overused phrase in sports of who wanted it more.
Yeah.
We've seen it tonight. This Wise Guys team wants it more tonight.
Yeah, and Leverett, he's trying to argue that he had it. Man, you got to be the one that ends up with it, too, now. You can't let him rip it out of your hands. I mean, no, ain't no way. Like, there was no time during that process that, that Henderson had full possession of it, and then he got it ripped away late. You don't even need to challenge that one, Coach. You're going to waste a challenge.
Yeah, Coach Mann is discussing it with his assistant here.
It was either tied up or it was stolen away by, was it Singleton? Was it 21?
Yeah. No, it was Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Yeah. Zeno Hannibal.
What number is Hannibal?
He's got to make a decision.
10. I wouldn't throw it.
Yeah. The players want him to throw it.
He hasn't seen the replay either, though. So he don't know as much as I do.
Yeah, they don't have the benefit of the big screen here to see all that.
Yeah, you just can't. You got to fight for that one a little bit more. Just because you think you had it at first don't mean you're going to have it the whole time.
Bones better be careful. He was real close to the players on that one. Now Ambrose got James. James spins off him across the 20. Uh-oh, got a cramp, I think. He was
shaking it out, wasn't he?
I hope that's what it was.
And then he missed the riff with the ball.
Well, what a night so far for James. Give him 8 on that one.
So the Woo have come out like you said they did last week, and they're starting to send a little bit of more pressure. But Coach Bones and the Wise Guys have been ready for it. They're just running those quick hitches and getting the ball out fast.
So 2nd and 2.
Not as much pressure this time, just a little stunt.
He's got him, Hicks, open as he dumps off the line, trying to stiff arm guys off of him. Inside the 20, it'll be a first down, Wise Guys.
That's one of my favorite little things about this league if you watch it, these guys, it's kind of like a screen pass or like a block and then escape where they just toss it over to them. And it's so much easier to do in this league. It's like a tight end would do on the end of the line.
Yep.
But you got these guys that look like offensive linemen where they're lined up. They just get hands on for a second and then turn around and get ready to catch a ball.
Now Ambrose snaps it with 13. Steps up into the pocket. He wanted Hicks. Instead, he finds James. James forced into the wall. That'll be a gain of about 8. We got a wave going.
And that's the thing, that if you can get good at that, you can get a lot of yards just off those little dump passes after the block. It's just the check and release type thing. If you can get good at it as a tight end, receiver, and a quarterback, you're going to have some success.
And you're definitely seeing that that adjustment we talked about for the Wiseguys offense, up 32-10. And again, the big piece of it is you running clock the entire until you get into 2 minutes in the fourth. So James, your motion man, looking that way. Instead has to bring it down. Shrugs off a man, got Hicks. Oh, Hicks dropped it. Going to be incomplete pass.
That was good. That was good defensively. He didn't drop it as much as that got knocked out of his hand. Now, he's also a little slow on tucking the ball. You see him, he runs with it loaf of bread style sometimes. Oh, yeah, he just never got that one, yeah.
Well, I was watching Hicks as he was coming off the field.
He was telling himself, yep. You could watch him telling himself, tuck the ball, catch it first, then run.
Third down, Ambrose dumps it off, got his man, Lou Dorsey, get him 6, touchdown, Wiseguys.
There it is, check and release, Steve. Check and release, you get good at it, you're going to have some success. Now you get to see Big Lester dancing. Y'all saw it right there. He was turned around, check and release for an easy touchdown, because it's going to do one of two things. One, it's going to be an easy dump off over the defensive lineman's head. Two, it's going to stop that rush and make them cover with those blitzers, and now you've got all day to throw it and find an open receiver.
And the Wiseguys just continue to pour it on, 38-10. They'll go for 1. And this is by far the best we've seen this Wiseguys team play all year, and the absolute right time to do it.
This is whenever you want to be clicking.
Ambrose, he wanted Brown, and he just tosses it over there. Brown caught it, and fighting, reaches out, dumps it to Lester. Lester down to 2.
Now he's flipping and rolling.
Oh, man, the entertainment doesn't stop.
He got held up. It felt like he was standing there held up for 15 seconds, and then he finally pitched it. That's a heck of a ball to just go up and catch it. And then a good fight right there by 13 by Webb to keep him out. And then I thought Lester was going to have it. If he catches it first time, I think he gets in there.
So listen, Will right now, our producer and my business partner, is kicking himself because we had planned to put cameras down the goal lines. Now, the only problem is one of the reasons we decided not to. We can get right down the goal line on left side. But on the right side where they just scored, we can't get right down the line where we would be able to set up. And so we decided not to do it. There's GM Chris Goodman. And
GM of the year?
Yeah, got to be.
GM
like, how is he not? Who's first-year team, 2 seed, you're up 28 in the third quarter of a semifinal game, trying to punch your ticket to Arena Mania 2 championship. So, yeah, who else is it?
See if they can't knock off the defending champs if this holds.
Harbor Monsters at the half lead the Lunkers 33-20.
That one got a little bit close. Harbor Monsters have pulled away for a little bit, but Lunkers are making it a game.
This one returnable. Chapman was the thrower. And room to run. Slips across a man. 15. That's Leverett. And waiting on a whistle as he was into the wall at about the 7.
Look, he bounced off the wall 4 times.
That's what I thought.
Maybe it's coming back, Steve.
Now they'll pull it, bring it back. And
there's a yellow back. No, it's coming back even further.
So let's see what this is. Wait on white hat Landon Trusty to tell us.
You think if I threw my flag down there, we could get them to call something?
I'm telling you, Andy and I have tried to get technicals in basketball for years. So, I mean,
Andy's never been able to get a technical?
No.
If anybody could get teed up, I figured Andy would have been the one.
Yeah. I mean, we were told that he has to get pretty vulgar and bad, and we don't do that. So we had to refrain.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on 15 of
Oh.
Iowa. 15
Wow.
yards into the return, first down.
Can't let that start happening. It killed him last week.
Yep. I didn't see it.
I didn't either.
Penalties on one more.
It was super late then.
I think the only really saving grace for if you're the nope. They said from the end of the return, but they're going to take this.
Or he's just going to
they're stepping it off. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's say they're fortunate that it was that a post-play penalty.
You'd have been back inside the 10 again.
Yeah. And so it'll be Iowa football, 6:47 to go in the third. Rogers trying to get this offense untracked here. Brown, your motion man, free rusher coming at Rogers. Rogers looking for a seam, nothing there as he is dumped again. Isaiah Singleton in amongst others.
Zero coverage, you're going to have to run some quick routes to be able to get that ball out now because they're not. And the Wise Guys changed it up a little bit defensively last possession, and it almost cost them. Right, they left a guy alone, and they ended up throwing the pick. But had he seen the guy early, he is wide open over there on the right side of the offense. He just didn't see him, but they left him.
They got Mack on the field again, and Mack, again, just as confused as he was in the
Orbit,
first half.
Orbit.
Now Rogers gets him in the right direction. A drop, pressure up the middle. Couldn't get him. As Proms had him. Hunt's held.
Yeah,
there it is. And Rogers ran a man over into the end zones, but all for naught.
It's not going to matter. Oh, my gosh, he sure ran. Rashawn Palmer has had a great game, but he just got that one taken to him a little bit.
They could have called about 3 penalties on that play.
There were a lot of holds.
You had 2 holds and what looked to be an illegal block in the back, or like that blindside block as well. They get the hold. So no points on the board, and the frustrations are going to continue for the
Watch
Woo.
Hunt right here. I mean, he's getting held a couple times.
There's your blind
Oh,
side.
yeah, there's your block in the back.
Oh, gosh.
Goodness gracious.
We didn't get to see that live. We were shielded.
we
Man.
didn't. That's a good shot right there by your camera, though. Tell you what, camera work has been on point so far.
Yeah.
We haven't missed anything on the replays now.
Hey, we got to give our crew a ton of credit. Ray and Castleberry on our main cam. Kristen Henson on our low end zone. Avery McMullen on our high end zone. Kerry Rotnick down on our field cam, braving the elements as he's in the action down there. Rogers just lofts it up for Leverett. Oh, yeah, what a play!
Palmer almost had himself a pick. He's got the straps, though, Steve.
Man. Hey, what, Palmer, it's like that gift from the gods. He turned around and it's fallen in his basket. And now we got an injury. Leverett is banged up down here in the end zone after the play.
That's what happens whenever you stick to your technique and you do what you're supposed to do. You turn around and you're in a good spot.
Yep. You wonder too, though, if anybody in that booth down there was telling him, turn around.
It's here, ball.
Ball. We're checking on Leverett.
No, that's just a good play.
Yeah.
When the receiver's head turns, your head turns. You just kind of read those eyes.
And give him Palmer credit. He just got run over by Rogers down here.
And they came after him.
Yep.
They said, we're going to get this guy. We just ran him over. We're going to get him now. And they still his coverage has been on lock all game so far. Straps, as they say now.
That's right.
And it's not one of those where they come up when the receiver just drops the ball and then they do the straps where you didn't do anything defensively. You just got lucky.
No, to your point, great position, great technique. And again, that's the difference I feel like even in this league right now. You know, you're seeing guys that are playing football the right way. You just get to see it in a more entertaining way. Now Rogers, he lofts this one up looking and threw it to the bench. And
is uncatchable a thing? Is uncatchable a thing?
Is that the conversation? No, they make it a hold too.
You got the crickets playing.
Let's see. Let me PI.
Pass interference.
Yep.
Defense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
I actually think those boos are piped in too. to some extent.
I think so. I mean, they're loud.
They
like
are.
Through our headsets, they're loud. I don't know. I didn't see enough of that one. That one was too far away from us to get a real idea. But it definitely sailed out of bounds. I don't think anybody was going to catch it.
Yeah, but you wonder, since there is no out of bounds, is it uncatchable? He could climb the wall, catch it, and fall out. I mean, everything's catchable.
You don't have to get any feet down.
That's right. All right, so first down. New life here for the Woo. Motion. Oh, Rogers in trouble. Steps through it. Got his man. And Brown makes the catch. Touchdown, Iowa.
We've had a little bit of confusion the past couple of possessions, and that time the Woo made it count and got the touchdown. You got a couple guys, both of them with their hands on their head. It was that Chapman and Hannibal are both hands on their head after that one. There was a miscommunication between those two.
And give Brown credit. You know, Rogers dropped a similar ball into the hands of Henderson earlier in the game, and he didn't catch it. Brown caught that one. Henderson runs right into Hunt off the line. They throw to the right side. One-handed pick!
Oh, no.
Palmer. Oh, he might be hurt.
No.
Oh, gosh, Palmer. Oh, man, that carpet
like
came out from under him, it looked like, and let's hope Palmer's okay.
He looked like his leg there. Both of them are hurt.
What a pick, though. Watch this play.
His leg gets stuck underneath him.
Golly.
Oh, no, he stepped on a foot. He stepped on the ankle. It's not as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, and he's walking off. A little bit of help, but he's okay.
I thought his leg got caught underneath him. And he about popped an ACL.
I did too. That's exactly what it looked like. He slipped in that, but you're right. He caught the foot of the receiver, and now
I think it's better than what it looked. That dude, that's a guy you don't need to go out. Woo. He has played way too good tonight for him to be out too.
You think about the last 4 plays he just had. I mean, gets
all
run
of
over
it
by
after
Rogers.
Getting ran over.
Yeah, you get run over by Rogers. You have a couple being in the pick there in the back. What an absolutely fantastic effort there. And again, goes back to who wants it more. And so far, you can see it on the field. Wise guys have wanted it more.
And that's just a mindset thing. Being able to come back from a play that doesn't make you look too good and just come out and make a play and then make another play and then make another play and not let it affect you. Like when they talk about quarterbacks. You throw a pick, you just forget it and move on to the next play. You get ran over, you forget it, you move on to the next play, and he's made some plays.
About ready for our throw-off. It'll be Rogers. See if he can avoid the rafters this time as Evans ready to return it. 38-16 game with 4:25 and counting. And this one returnable from the 2 for Evans. Looking for a seam. We got a penalty. Evans is lifted up over
off
the wall.
Ground. Now he's sitting on the wall now.
Got a fan begging for that ball. Give it to her.
Blocking the back or a hold.
In the return, illegal block in the back. Return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down, Hot Springs.
So they've gone to the second half in Duluth. It's 33-20, but the Lunkers a 4th and goal right now. The chance to score.
Be a big turnaround, big score. If they don't score, either way, it's going to be big momentum for one team or the other. Get it back within one possession or lose out on that opportunity.
Harbor Monsters do stop them, so turnover on downs. Still 33-20. Now Wise Guys up 38-16 with 4:05 to play in the third. Ambrose will put Evans in motion. Looking, he wants James. James makes the catch. Lost the football. And they're going to say incomplete.
Never had it all the way. You got all kinds of Wise Guys. Yeah, you got to make sure you get out of this game healthy too. You need a win, but you got guys getting beat up left and right.
Well, Solomon Jr., that was a great play by him. He was able to get on the arms, both arms of James, and pull him away. It was close to being a fumble. That was a great. And then when James went back for the ball, Solomon yanked him back away from it, which allowed the Woo to recover it.
Don't let him get it. Yep.
Ruled incomplete. Ambrose went to a knee to get that, in trouble. Lost it as it was swatted away by Harlan.
Touchdown.
And a fumble picked up for a touchdown for the Woo as Jalen Abdul-Kareem scores. And the third quarter problems continue for the Wise Guys.
It's a brand new game. A brand new game now. Right here, 16-point game, 2-possession game.
And how about Trey Harlan? Ambrose looked like he was going to escape, and Harlan with that big mitt stepped up and swatted away. And that leads to a touchdown for the Woo, and now I would assume they'll go for 2.
And now it's quiet in here. It's the quietest it's been since before the game started when there wasn't anybody in the stands now. It's just momentum has definitely swung to the way of the Woo, so you need to come back out offensively and get something going.
Yeah, our PA guy, we may need to work on time and situation from time to time. After the fumble recovery for a touchdown, he ran the crickets. And you're not supposed to be asking your fans to be crickets. So they'll go for 2. As Rogers checks with Coach Mann. Dropping, lobs it up for Brown. Oh my gosh, what a catch by Justin Brown as the defender goes flying into the stands. That's Hannibal. Brown just took it away, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Hannibal sold out for it. It didn't end up working, but he sold out for it. And Brown just looks at him over there. You didn't.
What I'll say is I really hope that our folks over at ESPN and the You Got Mossed crew, the Randy Mostyn folks, watch some of these highlights from the Arena League, because you got some opportunities for some You Got Mossed.
Yeah, they got to send them in. They need to send them in. They've at least should have had a few top 10 plays this season, no doubt. Just with the Wise guys, much less the other teams in the league.
Well, I will personally be sending the Travion James catch in.
And I'm sure you're going to mention that he's a Joe T. Robinson alumni.
That's right. I did ask his former coach, Coach Todd Escola, now retired, just athletic director and state championship winning soccer coach. Asked him about James, and first thing he said was, Trey's such a great kid, when he played for him. So, Escola, glowing review, and I don't know if he's watching tonight, but he's got to be happy if he is, seeing what James has done.
I don't know that you can say a guy's retired and then say athletic director and soccer coach.
Retired from
Maybe
football
stepped
coaching.
away from football. Pass the reins on to one of his assistants.
So throw, that one lands in the landing zone. James now your returner. James trying to add to the repertoire. Across the 15. There's a seam. Midfield, high steps down to the 20. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. First down, Wise Guys.
That's what you needed. You lost all the momentum over those 2 possessions for the Woo, and now you get some back with a big return. Put yourself on the right side of midfield. Give yourself a good shot at another touchdown here.
I got to believe I know pretty well who we're going to be talking to in our post-game interview as player of the game if the game continues at this rate, but got to get it over with first. And right now, Wise Guys have allowed this Woo team to crawl back into it, now just down 14.
They're 2.5 minutes from getting out of the third quarter, though. If they get out of the third quarter with a 2-3 possession game, maybe they'll feel all right.
Evans motions to the far side. They go over the middle, and Dorsey couldn't bring it in.
I love it. I wish we had a crowd mic sometime. Because I love how into it they get.
Our officials are Landon Trustee, Wes Booker, David Ward, Michael Catton, and Ron Standridge. But there's about 250 more of them behind us that are unnamed for the evening. Evans motions again as Ambrose rolls right in trouble, just throws it up. James fighting for it, coming back and intercepted. That ball is picked off. Now looking to return to the Woo, dumped at the 5 as that's number 13, Anthony Webb. And maybe a poor decision by Mr. Ambrose on that one.
Yeah, that is not the response you're looking for. After a big return, then you just throw one up about as high as they throw up the throw-offs. Just give a guy time to get there.
Yeah, it looked like James was going to have a chance to fight back for it, but a great job there as Webb was able to come over the top of that floater and make the play. Now, as he was going off the field, Mr. Webb tried to pull a little bit of a Terrell Owens as he spiked the ball right on the Wise Guy logo. I'm just going to warn you, there's been some guys in this building over the last couple of weeks that have talked some trash a little early. We had the night call in the Goats game, That didn't go so well. And then last week, we had the waving goodbye by these Iowa Woo players, and that didn't go well. So I might just keep my mouth shut till we get this one over.
Yeah, you'd think they'd learn.
So Rogers is going to send Henderson in motion as they start this from the 5. That one bounced back to him, and guess who? Hunt all over him along with Chapman. Prime's there as well, and it'll be 2nd down and long.
When you got the pressure like the Wiseguys have had tonight, you can't have a bad snap. Bad snap with pressure like that, it's never going to work. Never going to work. And then they're collapsed in the middle, too, a lot better than they were earlier. So now he doesn't have anywhere to go either whenever you get pressure off the edge.
Now what a position to be in is you're backed all the way up to your 1. And Rogers has got to be very careful here. The way the pressure's gotten him all night, man.
Can we see 2 safeties in one game?
Send the motion, man. He was well across, yeah.
Where do you move the ball to, though? Do you just put the nose just right next to the end zone line?
What was it? On the first down call a few years ago where they broke out the card to put between the ball and the stick. You're going to put a card between the ball and the goal line at this point.
As close as you can get.
I do want to say a big thanks to all our folks watching. A little over 300 on the Arena League Network. I've been keeping an eye on the comments. You guys having a good time? We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here on the Arena League Network from Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. I think they stole this from the Thunder.
Hey, they're champions.
That's right.
So, I mean.
Might as well. Now looking, they're going to lob this one up and got him down there. And wow.
Good play.
They wanted Kevon Smith, and I think the wall actually turned into a defender for the Wiseguys there.
Jamar Williams, he started to close that gap and just close him. Didn't push him into it, but you kind of ride him into that wall, and then he cuts off the angle for the ball to get in there and breaks it up. Does well.
They'll surrender. No, that'll do it for our 3rd after 3. Wiseguys lead it 38-24. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of our semifinal game here on the Arena League Network after this.
I'd like a number 2.
Husband drove into the mailbox.
You've got it.
Hey, Pete, the usual? My grandson hit the car with the baseball. Give me a number 7, please.
Odell Collision. Unbeatable repair is back on the menu.
Bring the entire family out for a fun-filled day at Cadillac XBC. Whether you are looking for an exciting game of laser tag or a thrilling VR experience with HaloGate, or looking to win that big prize in the Arcade and Redemption Center, we have you covered. Why not try your hand at the newest and hottest bowling trend with hyperbowling? No matter your skill level, you are guaranteed to have a blast. Cadillac XBC, your Waterloo Family Fun Center.
Cedar Valley Sportsplex is family-focused. We offer childcare for kids while you work out, or they can enjoy various youth sports and activities. We also have party packages for birthdays. Check out cvsportsplex.org to learn more.
Whether you're looking to gather with friends or need a great location for a company party or corporate event, Maple Lanes is the place. You're sure to have fun with 28 bowling lanes, pool tables, pinball machines, and other party games. Why not up the challenge with Iowa's only duck pin bowling? Kingpin Social has a wide variety of great food and drinks to top off your experience. Whether it's 2 people or 200, Maple Lanes has you covered.
All right, welcome back to Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. And we get the 4th quarter started. The The Woo have made a run here, cut the lead to 38-24.
But they can't get any closer to their end zone.
No. No motion. Rogers nearly got thrown over the wall. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
What's the call?
He didn't even turn around for the ball, did he?
No, nobody knew. Rogers just, out of desperation, chunks it. Now a conversation between Landon Trusty and his officiating crew. And this would be a huge call.
Holding, okay. So they're going to get him a little different. I think those boos might be real.
Yeah, a few of them over my left shoulder were for real.
Huh.
Well, that's a break because you didn't even need it because nobody knew that pass was coming because Rogers was fighting for his life back there.
You just saw the replay on the screen. I wasn't looking down, so I didn't see it. So you might have seen something, but y'all did just see it. It might have been there.
All right. Yeah.
Producer says it's definitely holding, but what does he know?
So motion. That ball bounces back. Rogers in trouble.
Oh,
somehow gets away from Hunt, and now Rogers off to the races. That's a hold. Breaks the tackle, give him 6.
Yeah,
touchdown Rogers, but my gosh. Henderson beside himself, but that was a hold all day long.
I mean, listen, when the defender's trying to reach and grab and you have a hold of his shoulder pad and he's falling down and he can't fall down because you have a hold of him, it's probably going to get a flag.
During the run, holding, offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, still results in a first down.
Coach Mann is not happy. He is on this official over here.
You're going to see it here. Look for number 11.
There's one there, too.
Look for number 11, Henderson. Right
Right
there. It
there.
is right there. I mean, he hasn't turned all the way around. I mean, that's one that it makes it easy on the refs to throw that one.
And now, obviously, you know, as an offensive player, you're tight. You got to keep them hands in tight. You want to kind of get a hold of that inside of the shoulder pads. The problem is when they turn, you got to let them go because then the jersey's going to pull.
When they start to get away, then you get out from you let go.
That's what gets you in trouble. Henderson, your motion man, ground ball back to Rogers. Still loose, picked up. Prime, give it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. It's prime time in Bango ZK Arena. Touchdown, Wiseguys.
There's the momentum shift. And I think you got Rogers is down after that one, too.
Yep.
Those bad snaps, you're going to have a bad snap. It's going to be, I mean, it just rolls back there.
Man, what a play.
And the thing that is so bad about fumbles in the backfield is the offensive linemen they're turned to you. They have no idea that it's a fumble, so they're just trying to block right there. They don't know they need to go get on top of the ball. So it's 1 versus 6.
Coach Mann.
Angry coach, yeah.
Very upset with our side judge over here. Or I guess that's the line judge, David Ward.
It must have still been about that hold.
It was.
I mean, you saw in the replay, it was an obvious hold.
Yeah, Coach Mann came to him immediately after the play, after the return, and was coming after him pretty good there. And now a conversation now with our line judge and some fans. And they'll go for 1. James, your motion man. Ambrose looking, throwing, got him, caught, give him 2. It's Terrell Brown with the catch, and it's a 46-24 Wiseguys lead.
Big turnaround, get you back to that 3 possession, which makes you feel a little bit better.
Or 45-24, sorry, I said 2. That was a 1, my fault.
You're just guessing.
And my goodness, though, what an answer, though, if you're the Wiseguys right now. As let's go down to Tristan Harlan. He's got a little report on what the sidelines look like for each team.
Yeah, Steve, so I was kind of roaming between both benches. In the Iowa Woo, they're quiet. No communication, nobody's cheering, nobody's booing. Everybody's sitting down, they're tired. Now, on the opposite bench for the Wiseguys, there's one man leading the charge, and that's Aaron Dilworth. Aaron Dilworth is cheering, he's coaching his teammates, he's getting them water. He is being the ultimate coaching teammate here tonight.
Dilworth's in his money green down there, too. He ready to go. So, but good job, Tristan. We appreciate you. Keep an eye on that Woo bench. I'm real curious. Rogers, or is that Brooks back there? And I think Rogers kind of walking around in the back of the tunnel from where we can see. Maybe Rogers trying to test that ankle out.
He came up limp after that one. But that's a culture thing and a locker room thing. When you got injured guys over there that are helping the team be successful, coaching their guys up and doing everything they can to help them even though they can't play.
Leverett on the return out to the 15-yard line.
Do we have an illegal throw? Was he out of the end zone whenever he threw it, maybe?
Maybe so. We do have a flag, so we'll wait for Landon Trusty to give us his trusty word.
I hadn't seen that one yet, but I imagine that's going to be another ball at midfield penalty. Illegal throw off.
During the kick, offsides on the thrower. 5 yards will be added to
Okay,
the
so
end of
just
the
5 yards.
return. First down,
At least
Iowa.
it's 5 yards and doesn't put it automatically at midfield.
Yeah.
Better than throwing it an illegal throw.
Got to be impressed with this response. I mean, again, frustration starting to boil over if you're the Woo. Another touchdown taken off the board. But right after that, you have the bad snap, turns into a scoop and score touchdown, and all of a sudden it's a 45-24 game again.
We got kids, you can see in the corner, we got kids holding the sticks, but they got the adults. They're worried about them. They're going to get hit by that wall. He's trying to make sure you're paying attention, buddy.
Roger Henderson's way. Ball's out again. Rogers somehow scoops it up at the 5. Wow.
And there's Singleton. Singleton got the immediate pressure on the last bad snap that caused the ball to bounce away and be able to get Prime to be able to pick it up and score. So now Singleton has become that free guy, that pressure guy that it was with Hunt earlier. They're just switching who comes free, and they've both been very effective with it.
I mean, Coach Mann, they just have no answers. They cannot figure out a way to, one, stop them, and I think part of that's been, let's get the snap back quicker. Well, that's not working because you're just ground balling it every time.
Listen, defensively, Steve, if you can run cover 0 and lock down their receivers, an offense can't do anything. Most people can't do it.
Whoa, that was a
False
direct
start,
snap, yeah.
Illegal motion.
You had two guys moving towards the line. You had Henderson as well as Mack.
But I worked with a coach at North Little Rock. Coach Jamie Mitchell, he coaches in Alabama now. He's won state championships in Mississippi and in Arkansas. And if he had the dudes to run cover 0, he was going to run cover 0 every play, tell you to try and beat him because you don't have enough, you can't block enough guys.
5-yard penalty.
We were wrong.
And I bet you he still does it. He's in Tuscaloosa now at a high school, not University of Alabama, but at a high school in Tuscaloosa. And I bet you he's doing the same thing. If he's got the dudes, he'll lock you up man to man and make you do something against all those blitzers.
Second down.
All right, so second down now. I'll snap it. Try to give it to Mack. Mack is eaten up. Face mask.
No.
They don't call it. Mack gets away, though. Across the 10, stutters and shoved into the wall.
Was it a face mask
I
or was
thought
it was it a shoulder pad? He had a good view on it. I mean, he saw it. So, and coach isn't mad either. So maybe it just kind of looked like it from here, but he got him with the shoulder.
Well, and I think Coach Mann even looked at him and asked for a clarification there. I think you may be right. It might have been shoulder pad.
And they look so similar because when you're getting pulled down, you automatically think face mask. But if you got a good view down there on the field, you can see what he actually grabbed.
So third down. And Mack was a critical piece of some short yardage stuff for them in game number 1 between these teams. He's looked just confused all night tonight. Oh, boy, coming. Rogers in trouble, just pitches it. That's a live ball. Now Mack's in trouble. Got around the first man, Primes.
There you go.
And taken down at the 11.
Listen, Primes, that is a difficult play. Open field as it gets in the Arena League. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. You gave your other guys time to get there and help you out.
So fourth down, but Coach Mann, you can't surrender this.
You can't give it up now. You gotta keep going.
Round 21. I tell you though, I know both of these teams are absolutely exhausted, but you're starting to see it on this Wiseguys side. It took Primes and Hannibal. It took them guys a little bit longer, and now we're going to get a timeout.
They just strolled their way back to their side of the ball.
Timeout, Iowa. It's their first timeout of the half.
Ooh. So timeout with 10:42 to go in our ball game. So let's see, take a look over here at our opposing semifinal game. It looks like, nope, wrong button.
Duluth, they started to pull away, or has the Lunkers made it more of a game?
Oh, they're at a commercial, so we'll
so we have
wait
no
for
idea.
a moment. Not much going on in the comment there, but
our comment section's nice. Good commentary tonight, guys.
We appreciate that.
Not biased, but out of all the broadcasts in the league, you guys are the best.
I know.
I agree.
Do I know that person, or is that your wife?
Glen Rose, no. I mean, okay, so they are from Arkansas. They're
Okay.
from Glen Rose, but shout out Glen Rose throwbacks.
Hey, you know.
I coached at Mayflower one year, so I'm not a huge Glen Rose fan, but it's fine.
Hey, you know, Glen Rose is home of Mr. Aaron Weatherford, so.
Hey,
we're
real
a
good
friend.
program. Great,
Yeah.
great program out there. Can't talk bad about them. Just
Aaron-
don't really like them because they beat us. We were undefeated, and they beat us, so, you know, no big deal.
I mean, Aaron Weatherford was technically your broadcast partner for like 24 hours.
He was. We watched the we did watch the benefit game together in the press box, and that's all we did.
Oh, man. Look, everything says Robinson this week. Because that was at Robinson.
It was at Robinson. And then you pulled me over to Maumelle for some reason. I don't know what was going on.
I know, right? All right, so Smith, your motion man. Rogers steps through a muddy pocket looking deep. And no. Oh!
Did that
Table.
hit it in
No,
the-
I think it got
Oh.
tabled, didn't it?
Look, the one that got thrown into the table, she got down. She was, I'm out of here. And that time, let's see, that was Hannibal on the coverage there. And if you watch it, and it might have been a good view from our camera up here, he is bumping that receiver into the wall every step of the way. And it's not illegal because he's just riding him. He's not pushing him or anything. He's just closing that gap and squishing him into that wall. Even if it was a catchable ball, it would have been a very difficult ball to come down with.
So that was fourth down. So it's a turnover on downs. Back to the Wiseguys. And, you know, Tyler, I'm the last person that has any right to question the calls of a coach. But I'd be curious, in that scenario, you saw, and of course their team's tired too, the Woo were tired, but you saw how tired the Wiseguys were. Why not try to run that play there if you're just going to chunk it deep when you've got them tired instead of a timeout to let them catch their breath? Ambrose up the middle, caught by the ankles, or he was going to score another one.
We got a couple more. Glen Rose say they don't play Mayflower anymore, so we're all good. And then Jacob Reynolds, he's coaching over at Lakeside now. He was at North Little Rock with Jamie Mitchell too. Give me a little credit for getting Coach Mitchell's name in there.
We do appreciate you guys joining us, and we do try to keep up with the comments best we can. It's a little difficult in this league with as quick as the action goes, but we do appreciate it.
You got to wait till turnovers and all to be able to look down at it.
45-26, by the way, Duluth leads. Crazy formation there as Ambrose kept it. Lester blowing folks up. They blow a whistle.
He started moving forward again now.
I believe it's going to be no, I can't get it. First down's like the 1. Lester was ready to move the whole team.
Lester, he's just coming in and knocking dudes over. I'm going to hit somebody. That's a good offensive lineman. A good offensive lineman is an offensive lineman that never has nothing to do. You're always finding somebody to lay paws on.
And anyone that's played the position knows once you've hit those defensive linemen, which you don't have many of them here, that you are looking for that little guy at the next level. Yep.
Absolutely. Screen passes are the best.
So motion, fake to Chapman over the middle.
Oh.
Dorsey. Yeah, Dorsey had somebody all over him. Is that 8 or 6?
Yeah, I think it was 8. Yep, 8 Williams. 8-on-8 crime right there.
Yeah, Jamichael Williams was draped on him. We'll talk about it. We'll hear from Landon Trusty again.
Pass interference, defense. Completes half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Even though he said second down. Yeah, that's correct. So as long as the Harbor Monsters win, they will host next week. And Wiseguys went up there earlier in the season and defeated Duluth, so it can be done. And as much as I'd love to see a game here, there's a little bit of a scheduling conflict which would cause some problems. So probably good that it's potentially looking like it's going to end up in Duluth.
What's scheduled next Saturday here?
I'm not sure, but whatever it is, they can't play here.
Interesting. Hadn't looked at the schedule.
There was some talk potentially about if it was to be hosted here, maybe playing it Monday night, but
Oh, yeah.
that's the start of school for most here. So a rough day to start it. Evans motions, 8:30 to play in the ball game. Now Chapman motions. They hand it to Chapman. Chapman left side, spins off a man.
Got in
One,
there.
give him 6.
That Dorsey that carried him in.
Lester as well is there. Look at Lester.
They got him. I tell you what, a guy that's probably had the most fun today is Kyle Lester. Every time they've done anything, he has been dancing. He's been doing something every time.
Wow, the Wise Guys just pouring it on. You got to love Kyle Lester. Ever since that big man touchdown against the Goats.
Yeah, he's turned it on. Lou Dorsey, I think Chapman's thanking Lou Dorsey. He was just kind of talking to him, holding on to his arms. He's, thank you for bringing me in the end zone. You carried me in the end zone, big man.
Oh, that's right. That is next weekend. It's the baseball weekend. They're going to have, I know that I saw Johnny Bench is going to be here, amongst other former baseball players. You know, the home, this is where spring training, oh, Brown dropped it and goes through the door. We had a little mini return by Jamie Vicente Colon, and Ambrose was going to put a stop to it.
What was that last name, Steve?
Vicente Colon.
It is spelled just like your colon.
Yes, it is.
Interesting. Hadn't looked down at that number yet. Maybe Cologne, is that you're supposed to say it?
Maybe so.
Not colon?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Look, I'm saying it as it looks in front of me. If I'm wrong, let me know. Wouldn't be the first time.
It won't be the last.
It will not. Listen, I called soccer championships and soccer state tournament.
That was
and
interesting
I got
to listen to.
most of those names right, so I'm proud of myself.
Don't. Go back and listen to it. Y'all, I think he's lying. Go ahead, go back to.
You got to go back and listen simply for my goal call. Man, I had it down by day 3.
Day 3. Day 3 of 3?
Yes.
Took him a little while, but he got there.
Well, Chapman, after the touchdown, now he'll be the man throwing it off inside the 5. Looking for some space. And, oh, my gosh, what a hit at the end of that.
Cleaned it up. Who was that? Was that Williams that came in and cleaned it up?
Well, he may have taken the worst of it.
Because he hurt Singleton. Singleton was the one he kind of had like he was trying to strip the ball out.
And Williams slow to get up. Now we're going to get a stoppage here. Can't see the number yet.
That's Singleton, 21.
Okay.
He was the one that was making the tackle, and then Williams came in and cleaned it up and hurt his guy a little bit.
As we await our trainer to make their way out. 7:50 to go. And now, one thing that I'd say, and I know writing seems to be on the wall right now, but there's still right at 8 minutes to go in this game. We saw how quickly things can change last week, and I'd recommend hanging out in this building until this game is over. Stay with us here on the broadcast because, man, anything can happen in these football games.
You never know. Go back and watch the end of the last game.
All you got to do is watch the final 1 minute and 48 seconds
That's all you
of
need to
last
know.
week's game.
To know it ain't ever over. Even though it's a 26-point game.
Yeah, a little different this week than it was last, but still.
27.
Rogers puts his man in motion. Brown's in there to block. They throw it over the middle, and a great play. That one tipped out of there by Williams.
Good play. Just in a little bit of a trail position, but able to get his hand in there and knock it out. Didn't give him a chance.
Now, Tyler, they've struggled to get the ball to number 16, Justin Brown. Now they're leaving him in as a blocker. I'd be really surprised if they don't use that little, let him block for a moment and let him dump off. Because
check and release, yep.
That's one of your top receivers in the entire league, and he has been held in check.
A little rub block, yeah, and just let him go to work once he catches it.
Look at
another playing games,
Hunt, yeah.
Hunt and Chapman.
Rogers this time has time, throws it, and bobbling, but
get
dropped.
It out?
Yeah,
he got it out again. There's another PBU from Mr. Palmer, not Primes. Got to be double digits past breakups at this point.
I feel like the hit he took from Rogers like just rejuvenated him in the second half.
It just moved him to the next level is all.
All right, third down. They just need 10. Now this time they will split Brown out. Henderson, the motion man. Slow snap. Hunt was coming. They throw it up for Brown. Out. This time they're going to get a PI.
Just pushing him too much. Run into him. And we talked about it earlier. Don't put your hand out there and push him into the walls. Use your body and just kind of run him into the walls instead of riding him with your hand. Ride him into the wall. Don't push him into the wall.
It is quite impressive, though, when you think about how well the Wiseguys have played defensively, considering it seems like the game plan from Coach Mann from the beginning was just to put it up in the air and throw it deep. And really, overall, outside of a play here or there, this Wiseguys backfield, the defensive backfield has been great.
They completed a couple. They had a couple pass interferences, and that's about it.
So Brown, big orbit motion.
Yeah, it was.
Finally gets to the line of scrimmage, and Rogers just has to fall down.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do at that point?
I tell you, yeah, Rogers' business decision there.
He's got that bad ankle. He's still limping some. He's like, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go, and there's nobody to throw it to.
If you watch, he had a guy over the middle. I think it was Henderson. Brown was still running his route thinking, I might get a ball, and Rogers is sitting on his rear end back here. Had no idea that's how quick that happened. Now 5:24 as Hunt sneaking around the outside coming. Runs into Brown, throws it up, looking for Smith, and bobbled off, incomplete, as that was Williams in coverage.
Yeah, Williams just had him blanketed right there, not a whole lot they could do. And that's all and even if it wasn't their plan to start the game, that's all they can do right now is just catch it and throw it, because you don't have time to do anything else.
Yeah, it has definitely been a struggle. I think it's Gerald Lenore is the man snapping, listed as an athlete at 6'1", 275. Now Henderson, that's where they want to go. Henderson had a step and slips down. Give him 6. Touchdown, Woo. As they finally were able to get a step behind Palmer. And so the Woo cut the lead again. It's going to be a 21-point game, barring our extra point here.
Yeah, Palmer just wasn't quite ready for him to break that inside, and he just got a couple steps on him.
Now,
easy little pitch and catch.
Coach Bones will go back and look at that, and there'll be some hard coaching there about how you don't quit no matter what the score is. Not saying that he quit, but point is you want to finish. You can't check up. Now, give Palmer credit. He's had a second half where he has absolutely been going nonstop. And, oh, boy, hang on, as Henderson almost went over the wall. Incomplete, and so with 4:17 to play, it is a 51-30 ball game.
Going to see the onside conversion yet, or whatever it's called?
I gotta believe it's coming here. Although, if you don't convert it, you're going to give the ball up right there at the goal line. It is 51-30. They just have not updated the score, and our scoreboard is controlled by the
by theirs.
By what they put in, so they've not input that touchdown yet. So it is 51-30.
Maybe they never will. So still a 21-point, 3-possession game, 4 minutes left. Clock doesn't stop for anything until the 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout, whatever you're supposed to call it.
Iowa is choosing, instead of throwing off, 4th and 20 from their own 5-yard.
4th and 20, yeah. Now, Steve talked about it a little bit. 4th and 20 from their 5. So if they get the 20 yards and it's a first down, they get the ball. It's their version of an onside kick. But if they don't get it,
they'll get the ball from that.
5?
Yeah. Yep. Wherever the play ends. So maybe
so
they get 15.
Okay. Yeah. And so it's like a turnover. So that's why they call it 4th and 20.
Yeah.
It's 4th down from 20 yards to go. Yeah.
That's 2 weeks in a row we've seen it. Last week it worked for the Wiseguys, as we talked about earlier, a 44-yard pass.
They didn't just go to midfield. You got to get to midfield. So the 25-yard line, they got it down to what, the 2-yard line? 1-yard line last week.
some adjustments here as our chain gang got to figure out 4th and 20.
Yeah, where are we supposed to put all the sticks? All I know is you're watching for the 25-yard line. That's what you're looking for them trying to get the ball to the 25.
And the job is even more difficult with the pressure that they put on Rogers. Now, they may not bring it here as they're only showing 3. Now they're going to edge some guys up.
Playing mind games is all.
This time Palmer up close to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to cover Brown if Brown leaks out.
They'll throw it deep. They want Smith. Nearly intercepted.
But you didn't.
Where did Chapman go? Is he okay? Gosh.
He's at the base of the wall. He's laying down.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, here he goes. All right. I think I told him week 1, you can't just lay there, guys. Oh.
Gee. And he got undercut, too.
He hit pretty hard on his back, but he got up. Good play. He's playing center field out there.
Chapman, he has put his body, all these guys have, but Chapman has put his body on the line these last 2 weeks. My goodness gracious. Oh, we're back in the NBA. You're playing the wrong one. We're on offense.
We just got the ball back. Offense.
Oh, my gosh.
Offense. Oops.
So Ambrose, they got Terrell Brown lined up right on. Yeah. Slot H-back position.
The Arena League of Slot Sniffer.
Yes. They'll move Evans in motion. They'll hand it away. Evans cuts up at the 5. That's where he'll be dumped. So no gain on the play.
At this point, get a few downs and get some more time off the clock. Kick the field goal on 4th down, make it a 4-possession lead. Or do we not have those, Steve?
No kicking in this league.
That's right.
No matter what I say. They are now going to start chewing that clock. Coach Mann looks maybe content here. Not trying to stop the clock.
It don't matter yet. You got to get yourself, if you need them later on. If you're going to have to score something, so don't use them up yet.
Evans again the motion. Instead, Ambrose fighting for it with Chapman. Chapman ends up with it, and he is slammed into another wall.
They both tried to run the same way.
And now we'll get a timeout.
Bring up the 3rd down now. And again, he only had 2 left anyway, so he had to wait till there's 2 downs. Call one after 2nd, call one after 3rd.
Timeout, Iowa. It's their 2nd timeout of the half.
Don't have children.
You do have children.
I'm just kidding, but my goodness gracious.
They are your 2 little blessings.
They are. I wouldn't change the world, but Lord have mercy, they have figured out just how to pick each other to the point that it drives us crazy.
Oh, yeah, listen.
Man.
Allie and Shiloh are 2 and 6, and they already know how to get on each other's nerves.
And it only gets worse.
Uh-huh.
All right, so 3:25 to go. We're in our semifinal matchup. I have not checked as of recent, but looked like Duluth was
probably in a similar situation.
Well, they have definitely pulled away. 61-26 with 5 minutes to go. It looks
Even
like
a bigger situation.
Looks like a trip to Duluth on the horizon for the Wiseguys in about 3 minutes and 25 seconds and 6 days.
6 days and
Ambrose, nice block pickup though by Chapman. Ambrose just flipped it, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, he put it forward.
Oh, Chapman!
He split those 2 guys.
Oh boy, I think Vicente Colon may have Colon, however we say that name.
It's Colon.
Took the worst of that. Look at this. They were going to really try to lay him out, and Chapman, that was friendly fire.
Uh-huh. Chapman just slipped right through the double team. Oh, is he cramping again? Is that Chapman on the ground?
I think so, yeah.
Probably a cramp.
Yeah, looks like it.
Officials timeout for injuries.
2:52 to play. They'll check on Chapman. I'll tell you what, I said it earlier, Chapman has absolutely put his body on the line. And, I know Riley Underwood during our pregame show mentioned the the term kind of Iron Man football today with these guys playing both ways. And you've seen it. And most of these guys have been doing it for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And Chapman especially. Those folks over at Spa City Therapy going to have their work cut out for them this week before they head up to Duluth.
They got a lot of recovery to happen before this last game of the year.
I do again want to say thanks to all the folks that have watched us here in our inaugural season here in Hot Springs with the Wiseguys. As Wiseguys are 3 minutes away from playing for an Arena Mania title. And Chapman up and going to walk off. But we as a crew want to say thank you to each and every one of you for supporting us and enjoying our broadcasts. From Jonathan Webb down on our replay, Andy Gates doing whatever it is he does over there.
I don't really know what he does. He just shows up, kind of.
Our producer, engineer, business partner, William Watkins, doing great things there, punching the show. And, of course, Kristen Henson, Ray and Castleberry, Avery McMullen on our cameras, Kerry Rotnick down on our field cam. Tyler Chenault, I'm Steve Henson. This clock runs all kinds of stuff as Ambrose gets away. He does not. Harlan got him. He flips it. Dorsey.
Run, Lou.
Dorsey in trouble. Dorsey needing help. Lester getting set for a pitch, and he'll be dumped way back outside the 20.
Don't do it. Lester's like, just give me a second. I'm going to get there.
Ambrose slow to get up down here.
I bet he is. He's been beat up now. He got that would have been a roughing the passer. It was full body weight on that one if we were in the NFL.
All right, so last chance if you're the Woo here. Got to score quick. 2:40 to play, though. We've seen crazy things happen. It's a 3-score game.
And with the 4th and 20 rule, you score, you get the ball right back at midfield or closer. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility by any stretch of the imagination. Like, the Wiseguys don't have to touch the ball again on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Woo could never give the ball back if they score and get the 4th and 20s back-to-back.
Yep. 1 timeout left for the Woo. And it's going to take a Ric Flair-sized Woo for a comeback here. Henderson, your motion man. And overthrows Smith.
That's not going to do it. And that short stuff's not going to do it anyway with the time that you've got left.
Tell you what, that wall is about on its last leg.
Those people, y'all are in the danger zone right there now.
I've not seen it shake that much like it did on that.
And that one, I mean, he ran into it. It wasn't like he got tackled into it either, so it was a little bit less force than normal.
Now Henderson on the motion. Smith had to bring it down because of the pressure. Looking, Smith.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought he came down with it.
He went back.
Wow.
Went and picked that one out of the air. That's your 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute warning.
All right, that's going to take us to our Arena League field.
This summer, get Lake ready.
On the field, every player matters, and in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wiseguys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wiseguys!
Cedar Valley Sportsplex is family focused. We offer childcare for kids while you work out, or they can enjoy various youth sports and activities. We also have party packages for birthdays. Check out cvsportsplex.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Oklahoma's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena. Steve Hinton with Tyler Chenault. Trying to catch my breath, so just ran some stairs.
He ran away for something. I don't know. You were just going to have me for a little bit there.
So Brown, your motion man. On third down, Rogers drops. Ooh. Hunt coming, found his man. 15, 10, and runs right over Williams, and that'll be a 1st and goal for the Woo.
And now you will get some stop clock. We are inside the 2-minute warning. So out of bounds / into the wall will stop the clock. Incomplete passes will stop the clock. All your normal stop clock rules.
I said Williams. That was actually Singleton on the tackle. And we got a stoppage.
Wiseguys going to take a timeout.
Hot Springs.
Good, that'll give me a catch. A chance to catch my breath.
A few deep breaths.
All right. So 1:44 to play. Iowa still has one timeout. Like Tyler was saying, they've got the stoppages on incomplete passes and anything quote-unquote out of bounds into the wall.
Again, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Touchdown here makes it a 2-possession game. 4th and 20, you get 4th and 20, score again. I mean, 2 minutes is not too few of amount of time whenever you've only got a 50-yard field, and on one play for your onside kick, if you will, you get half of it at least. So it's not like even if you get an onside kick in football, you got 50 yards you still got to go. You've only got at most 25 yards that you got to go after the 4th and 20.
And if you take it the Bones Bagante way, you just throw it all the way down the field.
Give yourself a yard to go after 4th and 20.
All right, so 1st and goal. Rogers, they are outside the 5, so Rogers' legs are still an option.
Yep, at the 6. Not that he's rushed a whole lot. He's ran around a whole lot. Hadn't rushed much, though.
Now Henderson looking. Wow, what a rush. Throwing, caught, touchdown, Henderson. And so this time, Henderson just shushes the crowd and runs back to his huddle. It was last week that Henderson caught what looked to be the winning touchdown.
So that was the one.
Threw the ball down at the defender. Almost the exact same play. And
time he gives it to a kid.
Yeah.
That's better, much better.
But, I mean, we're down to 2 scores, 51-36. They'll go for 2. This is far from over, believe it or not, if you haven't paid attention to the Arena League. Brown was the motion man. Rogers steps up, throws. A lot of contact. Wow.
Ooh, Williams got laid out. Williams, I mean, he was going in for the pick and just got hit by the receiver was going for the ball, too. That's just a.
Yeah, Brown asking for, it's Henderson 11, asking for pass interference. There was a lot of contact right as the ball arrived.
4th and 20 from their own.
But I mean, Williams was getting all ball, so it wasn't any PI right there. He just perfect timing for both of them hitting each other.
Yeah, he's got every right to that football as well. So, all right, we'll see our second onside. Going to be old pros at this.
We know exactly how this works now for sure.
I can't wait to hear what Bones has to say when this is over.
I'll tell you what he's going to say. He's going to say we still got one more game. We got to come out. We got to have a good week getting ready for next week. And we got to come out. We got to execute next week, and that's all there is to it. Just another game.
With Bones. Postgame.
Let's see what they try and do on this 4th and 20. Getting down to their last couple chances here.
Now dropping. They want to throw deep. They want Brown's head the other way, and too much on it. Does it look for Henderson?
No flag. Not going to have anything there. Good coverage by Palmer that time. Running right with him. Got his head around. Now you Wiseguys can get on the 5 again. Minute 32 left. The Woo do have one timeout. So if they don't score here, it won't be the end of the game. But you should get it down pretty close. With one timeout, you can get at least a minute off, roughly. So down to around 40 seconds, even if they don't score right here.
We'll see how they play this, but yeah, you're right. You really had to get that one to, again, not over, but you feel like
you had to get 2 in a row, probably. I mean,
especially
there's
just
still
the one
technically
timeout.
a chance if you get it back with 40 seconds or so, score quick and get another one. But your odds went even lower than they already were.
I'll fake it. Ambrose pitches, got him. Touchdown, Hicks.
Now your odds get really, 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 really low. You did.
On the ESPN FPI, I think we went from, maybe like a 70% chance to win to 99.9.
Yeah, I don't even know that it was a 70. It was already at like 99.8. Now it's at like .9999999 repeating.
So adding to the lead now, 57-36.
I'm hearing noises.
Yeah, that was a lot. So Ambrose, they'll go for 1. James, your motion man. Ambrose drops over the too much for Dorsey. Wow.
Into the wall.
Wall did some warping.
Nobody's there to fix that one.
I saw something earlier as well that may be interesting to kind of keep an eye on. But I saw a post on, I believe it was Instagram, that Duluth, this may be their last year in the Arena League, as they may move to the IFL.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see if that was rumor or if that materializes.
Maybe they're just trying to get away from the wise guys?
Maybe so. How bad would it be if the Wise Guys, the inaugural, it'd be great, obviously, for us, but Wise Guys go win it in their first year, and then the team they beat leaves for whole nother league. You'd have some bragging rights then.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the old
just ran them out of the league.
That's what Capone and his folks used to do here in Hot Springs, is run them out until baseball figured it out, and they started spring training here. And because of that, we can't host next week if it was an option.
Because of baseball.
That's right. So the throw off will land, bounces, and retrieved. Leverett is ridden out of bounds inside the 20.
Minute 17 left. The Woo got to score quick if they want to even have some sort of semblance of a chance.
Crazy Hook says, is it just me or is the clock moving slow?
It
does that.
Stopped a lot.
Well, and I mean, again, we're used to it running nonstop, and now you get all these stoppages with the conversion attempts and the 2-point conversions, 1-point conversions, and yeah.
It's not just stops between plays; it stops between touchdowns and all, where everybody's got to walk down the field and get ready and get set.
And trust me, I think the in-arena folks have tried to tick a few extra seconds off a few times, and they've been caught.
Let it go ever so often.
Rogers in this offense, a last-ditch effort, down 21. Brown, your motion man. What contact at the line of scrimmage? They go deep. Brown elevating. Terrell Brown takes it away with the pick.
And that might do it. The clock ran for a few extra seconds.
And I think to your point, Tyler, I think they can start celebrating now.
I bet you can take a knee, and I bet you the Woo won't call any timeouts.
Terrell Brown, I've not seen him play defense at all year. They put him back there as that safety or center fielder, and he took it.
Climb the ladder. Chris Goodman standing on top of the wall over there.
Stay there, Chris. So, boy, a tough day if you're a Woo fan. Carlos Rogers has been just assaulted all night long, has had no time. It seemed the game plan from snap number 1 was just to try to throw it up and let your athletes who you thought had better speed and better athleticism outrun or outjump the Wise Guys, and the Wise Guys have absolutely dominated in that field.
You better take a step up after you get that snap.
Ambrose does.
Close to the end zone. Yeah, they didn't have an answer for cover zeros in the house.
Oh, wow. So Coach Mann does call a timeout.
Gonna make them earn it.
The final timeout. Now, I don't know if you were here for that conversation.
Iowa.
I don't know if you were here for that conversation earlier, but Bones and Coach Mann played together, and I believe he said that he also played for Coach Mann at some point in time. So maybe a little gamesmanship between friendly coaches. Now we'll see how much gamesmanship if Bones decides, you know what, let's just run a streak and take the top off this place. But
Coach Mann, he's the one that said, I'm never going to give up. If I still have a chance, I'm going to take every chance that I got. So you're going to use that timeout. Maybe they'll fumble a snap right here or something. You never know what's going to happen. So you're going to make them take every single snap they have to take.
And listen, give the Woo a ton of credit. You got to think, this isn't first-class travel in this league. They're not on private jets flying into Hot Springs Regional Airport. The bus was out front. They bust down 2 weeks in a row from Duluth, Minnesota for these games. That takes a lot out of you by itself.
Yeah, it does.
Ambrose will step up, finds his way through
That's
the mess.
why you take those timeouts. You make them have to run out of the end zone because they ain't taking under center snaps. I wonder if that's I don't know if anything in the rules about.
Yeah, it has to be.
Does it have to be
a shotgun.
Okay,
Yep.
I hadn't looked at that.
I actually found that in that program. So 40 seconds. They're going to have.
I'm going to get it down to 26.
They're going to have to run around a little bit, maybe.
What they'll do is they'll snap it, get one more. They'll call a timeout.
Okay.
So they're going to have a timeout with 24, 25 seconds. They'll take one more snap, and then they'll get 20 more seconds off, and then you can take another timeout, and then they can surrender it, and then there's only 3 seconds left for one play, and then it's definitely over.
So again, what a season for this Hot Springs Wiseguys team, and got to give some folks the credit they deserve. Obviously, Chris Goodman. If there's a GM of the Year award in the Arena League, I don't know how you give it to anybody not named Chris Goodman.
If there's not a GM of the Year award, maybe you need a GM of the Year award.
And then, Coach Bones, what a job he's done with this team, and through injuries. I mean, last week when you weren't here, I texted you about the Dilworth situation, and it was immediately like, oh no. And it was a little muddy last week at times. We saw it tonight with Travion James really stepping up tonight amongst many others, but just the job all the way around. And then
that was offsides,
Ambrose
was it not?
in trouble. They may just take the safety, and they will.
Was that not offsides?
I think. Let's see. There's a discussion here.
They didn't go early?
There
it is. I was about to say,
watch out. Harlan's mad.
They definitely went early.
Tristan, get your namesake out there, please. Calm him down.
I thought there was no doubt that the whole D-line went early. That's going to give them room to take the knee.
Prior to the snap, offside.
Yeah.
Defense.
And now they can finish it.
Third down.
They won't have to surrender it. There's 20. Oh, no, they're going to reset it. So it'll still be 24, but.
You got some more room now, at least.
Well, all you got to do.
Ambrose is not catching the ball in the end zone anymore.
I was about to say, all you really need to do here is run it up the middle and get 4 seconds off.
4 seconds off.
You see, they're ready to come through that door over there. Tristan Harlan next to Aaron Dilworth.
He's going to get ran over.
Yeah, he is. Goodman right behind him, though. He's ready. Ambrose down on the knee.
They didn't even start the clock.
They didn't run the clock.
There.
A little late. So we're going to have about a 4 second, actually it's a 6 second difference.
It's a bigger gap than it should have been.
Oh, now they just, what are we doing? There's your home cooking.
They're shaking, yeah, they're shaking. Nobody's going to complain about it. It's not going to matter.
And congratulations to the Hot Springs Wiseguys in year number 1. The Hot Springs Wiseguys are headed to Arena Mania, where they'll take on the Duluth Harbor Monsters with a 57-36 resounding victory over the Iowa Woo. What a job. I'm trying to find Tristan Harlan. Are we going to go to Tristan?
I don't think.
Yeah, he's chasing down Coach Bones. We're going to get Coach Bones here quickly as Tristan Harlan with Coach Bones.
Coach, congratulations on making it to the championship game. What does this win to mean to you for being in year number 1?
I mean, we executed for the most part. I say about 60% of the game. And that's the result. Hey, come on, let me give you one right now. Stay right here. We executed 60% of the game, and this is what happened. You know, we still got to clean up some things, but I'm hell of a proud of these guys, man. First year, and we're going to the championship. It's unbelievable, man. Thank everybody for believing in me. And do more, say less, man.
Coach, go bring a championship home to the people.
All right, great job, Tristan. Appreciate you. Congratulations to Coach Bones. Join Riley Underwood and myself on our postgame show here in just a few minutes on the Arena League Network. And it's been Hot Springs Wiseguys football. We appreciate you for joining us.
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Rated everyone 10 and up. Only on Nintendo Switch 2.
Jump Psychological Assessment in Progress. Subject 003. Jonathan J. Kabongo. 28. Tactical Fitness Trainer. Toronto, Ontario. Confirmed.
What will follow is some simple word association. For example, I might say strength, and you might say
rest.
Speed.
Practice.
Defeat.
Unbannable.
Clever. Pressure.
Peace.
Greatness.
It feels good, man. It feels good. This is my first championship, I think, in my career, actually. So this is great.
You had 7 touchdowns in the win. It's a pretty big effort to help your team. How'd you get that done?
Really, my teammates got it done. They gave me good looks, and I was able to execute it, and they were able to execute it as well. So I can't take all the credit. I got to give it to them as well.
All right, the quarterback so far that's led them this far. One more game to go. But let's check out your highlights. How about that? We got them here.
Right.
So let's check out what went down in this one. It was a close one all throughout. There's your getting it done early on, getting it to your teammates, and then your first rushing touchdown. How are you going to get it done so well early on in the rushing game?
Man, again, my teammates were able to open up the lanes and able for me to rush right through the lane and give me good looks, good blocks, and I was able to get a touchdown with them.
And it wasn't just Hot Springs the whole way. Iowa scared you a little bit early. They had some firepower, and then coming out again and out of halftime, they had some plans drawn up. How'd you deal with that? And did you see any different coverages out there?
Oh, most definitely. They started to bring more pressure in the second half, and then to start switching who was blitzing and delayed blitz. So it was just they had a good game plan going on. We just had to maneuver around and execute the way we did the first half and just figure out our little momentum.
You were without your favorite target, Aaron Dilworth, today. I know he wanted to play. He was talking to me earlier today.
Yes, sir.
How'd the other guys step up and were able to get the win?
Well, I told them last week against when we played them, when we found out he wouldn't be playing, that even though he's gone, like he doesn't define the offense. We have other weapons on the team too. So, and AD, he's been coaching the young guys up, as me as well, telling me what I need to do, what I need to see, and he's just really been. Even though he's not playing, he's really been helpful.
And I know you were big in the rushing game. 2 rushing touchdowns for you in the first half alone. How helpful is it for big number 77 to be right in front of you the whole time?
Yeah, Kyle's a blessing, man. Kyle, he's able to do his thing. As long as he does his thing, then I can. He opens up the hole for me, and I'm able to get right through.
Kyle Lester, he's going to have a chance to have a rematch in the Arena Mania Championship. He came over from Duluth midway through the season, so that's certainly going to be revenge season for him.
Yes, sir.
And so talk about your defense also. I mean, been so solid throughout the whole year. We were talking about him on the pregame and halftime show. Pretty much #1 in all the rankings. They've been standing solid. I mean, how big of a load is that off your shoulders that you don't need to worry about scoring necessarily every time because you know your defense has got you?
Dogs. Oh, my God. Everyone on our defense is dog. Prime, Juan, V, all of them, dogs. T-Hunt, they get after the ball and they're hungry, and that makes my job easier.
And what type of role does your coach Bones play in this? I mean, it's not often that you see a guy with no assistant coaches out there. I mean, it's just him that's calling the plays, doing everything. What type of leader is he that we don't get to see?
Behind the scenes, he's a straightforward leader. He's going to tell you how it is and tell you what you need to do so we can execute. And like we said, we can trust Bones, and he puts his trust in us, so that's the least we can do. He's great.
You're going to Duluth for the championship game. Any thoughts on that one? I know you've seen him before this year.
Communication, execute. We beat them before. We need to go in and have the same game plan, switch it up a little bit, but we need to execute. That's the main thing.
Congratulations, Jordan. Our Arena Game Day player of the game, Jordan Ambrose. 7 touchdowns in the win, but job's not finished as yet.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in to our Arena Game Day postgame show live from Arkansas. Final score 57-36. Wiseguys take the win. They're off to the championship, and we'll be live in Duluth, Minnesota next weekend for the Arena Mania Championship. Arena Mania 2. Can Duluth go back-to-back and win it again? Or can the Wiseguys take home the trophy in their first ever season? You'll have to wait and
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.